for Ridley. He lost it. Janney back. Corneli over the line. Fires. It's blocked. Bounces. Galley, a shot. Scores! Galley on a rebound. And a kneeling shot. 1-0 Boston.
Not a bad way to start the semifinals. Former Capital Gary Galley struck the first blow, putting Boston in front in the game's opening minutes. But not a lot went well for the Bruins from there. Washington capitalized on two uncharacteristic Boston giveaways and took a 3-2 lead into the third period.
To Ray Bourque. Bourque broken up by Kelly Miller. In. Scores! A shorthanded goal. Ray Bourque broken up by Kelly Miller. And Washington gets their third overall series shorthanded goal. Kelly Miller to make it 3-2.
Entering the third period, the Bruins found themselves in yet another do-or-die situation. And as he's done so many times in the playoffs, Dave Poulin sounded the charge.
Druce with it. He has scored a goal. Kept in by Burridge on a steal. Leaves it for Christian. Christian at pass. Score! Poulin! Poulin from Christian and Barrett to tie the game at 3.
Poulin's early goal set the tone for the third period. The other half of the Philly connection, Brian Propp, scored the eventual game winner and toss in Poulin's empty netter, and game one was on the plus side for the Bees. It wasn't pretty, but it counted. Tonight, the Capitals face a critical decision. Does Coach Terry Murray come back with Mike Liut in goal? The late-season acquisition played brilliantly at times in Game 1 and was rock solid in Washington's upset of the New York Rangers. Or does Murray go with the veteran Don Beaupre? He hasn't suited up since Game 3 of the Ranger series, when he suffered a groin injury. Whoever the Caps choose, rest assured, the Bruins will be ready and waiting. Up next, it's Game 2 of the Wales Conference Championship. It's the Boston Bruins and the Washington Capitals, and it's live on NESN. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Boston Garden for round 2 between the Bees and the Caps. I'm Dave Shane. As far as the question for Terry Murray, who do I play in goal? Unofficially, Mike Liut will be returning in the nets tonight for the Capitals, but Murray said don't be surprised if I change my mind before they come out for the national anthem. So we won't be surprised either in a few minutes to see Don Beaupre in net. But Liut was sharp at times in the first game, and for that reason, Terry Murray coming right back with him, especially knowing the success that Liut has had against the Bruins over the years. But regardless of who's in goal, the Bruins have to come out and assert themselves right from the opening bell, take the body a little bit more, especially in the attacking zone, try to clog up that neutralized zone and keep Washington from breaking out and doing what they like to do, which is dump the puck in and go after it. Andy Moog will be back in goal again tonight for the Bruins. For a closer look at this one, let's go up to the booth right now with Fred and Derek.
Thank you, Dave. And looking at the changes in the Caps lineup, Kyprios in there and Painter, looks like it's going to be a physical game, at least from the Washington viewpoint.
Well, that's kind of a telltale sign of their philosophy. They're going to come out and take the body. I mean, Kyprios in the lineup, and they've already got Hunter, and they've got the big guy Stevens can hit. I think they're going to come up with this very physical. At least they're going to have the Bruins thinking about coming into Washington. Would be the worst scenario coming out of something like that. The Bruins all year long have really responded very well to other teams trying to run them out of the building. Very courageous hockey club. They do not back off as yet, and so they got to continue that. They cannot come out and let the hitting affect them.
And you talked about Stevens. With Hatcher out, he is a key.
Scott Stevens can play this game. He's a tremendous talent back there. He can handle the puck. He really runs an awful lot. With Hatcher out, everything falls on his shoulders. And one of them is bad. He does have a bad shoulder. So if the Bruins see the opportunity to hit him, I imagine he'll be hit.
And for Boston, Captain Ray Bourque, certainly he can play a better game than he did the other night. But at 50%, he's better than a lot of other defensemen in the league.
At 50%, he's better than most. What it was, Ray, you come off an emotional series in Montreal, and then you come out and had 6 days off. Just a little rust. He come out and he got picked off, which that only exaggerated the game. Not a typical Ray Bourque game, but a very steady, solid defensive game. If you had Ray Bourque in your lineup and didn't know he was that good, you'd be pleased with his effort. So, I mean, Ray Bourque could pick it up a notch tonight, and him most definitely will.
And offensively, I know he had 3 shots in the first period, almost scored a goal. I think some of the comments completely overlooked what he contributes offensively, too.
Right, and Ray Bourque moves the puck so well. And the times that he does move it out, it's so subtle a lot of times that it's really overlooked. Ray Bourque is just an excellent talent, and the Bruins definitely need him hitting on all 8 cylinders.
And we'll have the opening face-off in just a moment.
NESN's exclusive presentation of Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you in part by Bud Light. Everything else is just a light. And by Nissan, building cars for people who want more than just a means of getting from here to there. Nissan, built for the human race. And by Sullivan Tire Family Car Care Centers, because family spirit is what Sullivan is all about. And by your New England area Century 21 offices. Put your trust in #1, Century 21. And by Gillette and the revolutionary Gillette Sensor Shaving System. Gillette, the best a man can get. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the Boston Garden. Let's quickly take a look at who will not be dressing tonight for these clubs in Game 2 of the Wales Conference Championship Series for the Bruins. No changes outside of Bobby Gould, hoping to make it back for Game 3 down at the Cap Center on Monday night. And for Washington, John Tucker, who had a goal in Game 1, is sitting down tonight. Hatcher and Cicerelli still not ready to go. And Kent Painter will be playing tonight. He did not play for the opener of this series, but he is in the lineup tonight, as Fred and Derek mentioned. A little beef for the Bruce brothers.
Well, they're going to have the physical aspects definitely there, especially with Kyprios. The fighting is definitely eligible. Painter has only played 13 games this year.
Oh,
They gotta work on him.
Kyprios is in the starting lineup, so they're going to come out and set the tone right away. Well, the teams are on their blue lines. The officials are at center ice. And stepping out onto the red carpet is Rene Rancourt with mic in hand to perform the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, let's take a look at the officiating crew for this second game of the Wales Conference Championship Series. Bill McCreary will be your referee tonight. Joining him at center ice is linesman Ray Scapinello and Ron Asselstein. We told you we wouldn't be surprised to see Don Beaupre in the Washington goal, and there he is. Beaupre, who was felled by a groin injury, Game 3 of the Rangers series. Very sharp up to that point. He looked good in warm-ups, and he's ready to go. Of course, at the other end of the ice, Andy Moak's always ready to go. Right now, the leading goaltender, tied with Bill Ranford for wins in the postseason, and also the lowest goals against average of any goaltender in playoff competition. We're set to go. Here's Fred.
And it is Murray at center against Poulin. Murray, Kyprios, May. That's a checking line for sure. Langway's on defense, but Kleinendorf clears it over the line. And Ray Bourque is hit by Kyprios. I tell you, he went after him from 10 feet.
Yeah.
Kyprios, number 9, who has played only 31 games. And the idea is get to Raymond Bourque. There he is, Kyprios.
Watch Kyprios now. Ray's trying up the boards. He sees him coming. He jumped. No penalty. Didn't call that charging. Bill McCreary better get a handle on this early.
Kleinendorf wraps it in. Kyprios is knocked down by Bourque. Gets back up and fires one on net. And the Bruins clear it out.
Ray Bourque's hurt, I believe.
Back comes May. Long shot. Save with it, Christian. Boy, if you could injure Raymond Bourque, you can turn a series around, so have Kypreos do it. Up the middle to Murray. Murray clears it in. Back for Don Sweeney. In front is Berglund out of the University of Minnesota. Leach goes banging in. Well, they're going to hit. Cleared in. Stevens with it. And they say a high stick and a face-off in the cap zone.
This copyrighted program is brought to you under pay cable TV rights granted by the Boston Bruins solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or the use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the written consent of the New England Sports Network and the Boston Bruins is prohibited. Oddly enough, I think Ray Bourque shook himself up when he put that hit on Kypreos.
He did, and Kypreos saw him, but Ray just caught a peek at him in the last minute. Hit him with his shoulder, knocked Kypreos down. Ray went off kind of slow. Seems to be okay on the bench.
Janney back for Don Sweeney. Shot deflected wide. Prop going for it. Stevens gets it. Checked by Neely. Leach pinned by Janney. Stevens checked by Prop. And they clear it around up for Joyce. Joyce strikes it out. Doesn't connect. Stevens follows up and flips it in. Joyce is on with Berglund and Leach. Neely is checked. Stevens a shot deflected wide. Joyce checked by Galley, who was a question mark in the game. Tucked in. A shot by Stevens cleared away. A possible 2-on-1. Janney with Prop. Beaupre the save on Janney. Janney made the move himself. The Bruins with a 2-on-1. Janney and Prop. And Beaupre robbed Janney.
That's what will happen to the Washington Capitals if they want to start running around. And I don't mean just hitting, I mean running. Right here, Stevens in deep. Capitals preoccupied with the body. Now this is a 2-on-1. Janney coming down. He's already taken a look at Prop. Beaupre's just staying with Janney. He knew Rouse had Prop covered. If Craig could have gotten back to his backhand, he had him beat.
Or gutting it up.
Yeah, no, good guess by Beaupre that he's going to come across forehand. He had so much ice to do so. Here's the injury 2 nights ago that Randy Burridge put Stevens into the backboards. There's his shoulder. He has to kind of shovel it up. He went off. He'll be taped heavily. Looks like a harmless check.
Hunter is out, and he centers Druce on the right and Courtnall on the left. Janney, Neely, and Prop stay there. Almost 2 minutes played, no score first period. The Caps with 2 shots, the Bruins 1. Bourque on defense with Peterson. The draw to Langway. Up the middle, a good play off for Druce. Courtnall tapped in deep, going for it. Hunter and Janney, and Bourque back together. Can't clear it out. Kept in by Kleinendorf, knocked away by Janney. Janney can't clear it out. Stop. Hunter moving in. Shot missed the net. Rebound. Prop. Neely 2-on-2. 3-on-2 with Bourque coming up. Janney looking for Bourque, and it is blocked by Kleinendorf. The big play there as Bourque cut in on the left wing side. Neely trying to come back. Can't get it. Bourque for Neely. Tapped over the Washington line. Both teams changing. Courtnall runs into McCrary, is checked by Duras. Carpenter. Now Carter winding up. Gets away from the forechecking of Ridley. Carter works it over the line. Holds along the line. Still holding. Fires. It's deflected. Popped in front and blocked. Stolen by Carter again. Carter. Oh, what a dive he took there. And Courtnall is going out. Courtnall for hooking John Carter. And it is no score first period on NESN at the Garden.
Jeff Courtnall off for hooking at 3:05, but I think it really was a call that was made a few seconds before, Derek, on an elbow.
John Carter took a little, an exaggerated dive. There's not much he wasn't hooking, but he got called for it.
Draw to Galley. Galley in for Janney. Power play Boston. All the way to Wesley. Well in shot. Save! Beauty by Beaupre. And Miller has it stolen. But now it is picked off. Prop had it. Then Langway gets it and clears. First power play of the game to Boston. No score, just underway. Wesley, Janney gains the line. Runs into traffic though. Propp does too. And the puck is cleared by Miller. Gary Galley, a question mark with sprained knee, but he's out there.
A lot of courage, Gary Galley.
Away to Janney, over the line on Stevens. Along the line, leaves it for Wesley. Wesley trying to move in, broken up. Kept in by Bourque. Bourque for Janney, up for Propp. Propp trying to make the play on the boards. Too many Bruins together. Neely fights for it. Janney trying to drop it, but Bourque was not over on the left point. Back comes Wesley. Wesley over the line on Langway. Puts it in front, and Neely couldn't get it. Janney does. Back for Bourque. Screen shot, blocked, and away comes Berglund. 2-on-1 with Bourque back alone. The pass goes in for Druce. Great save, Andy Moe. Back comes Janney, power play. Moe on Druce. Janney trying to move it right in. Knocked away. Burridge fights for it. Neely is still out there. Langway able to clear it. Druce was in alone, short-handed, and Moe sprawled to block it. 15 seconds on the power play. Bourque in. Poulin let it go. Bourque right back in front. Quick pass. Christian could not connect with Burridge. Galley, screen shot, knocked wide. And it is cleared. Moe gets it up for Christian. Christian for Poulin. Poulin has to cut back for it. Galley over the line for Carter. Carter overskates it. Stevens starts back. Away to Courtnall. Good break on the left side. Moves one. Right pass save. Moe. Rebound Don Sweeney. Breaks center ice. A lead too far for Carter. Carter in on Johansson. But the Caps started back. Courtnall. Tipping it up. May moves it in deep. Throws a right on Don Sweeney. Beers there. Penalty on May.
No, Fred's going to be on Carter for a high stick at the other end.
I would like, he should even them up with this, but I don't think he's going to. Give it a penalty to Carter at the other end of the building. Alan May is going to get away with it.
No score, first period on NESN at the Garden.
John Carter out for high sticking. He went in hard forechecking. You're going to see the penalty here. He didn't mean to get the stick up. Right there it comes up as he's trying to get a hold of Johansson.
Yeah. He likes to wave it around. John bangs the stick a lot. Right here's a great save by Andy Moe. Not going to let anybody make a play across his crease. Dave, you got any?
Ridley and Carpenter, 14-14 left, first period, no score. First power play, Washington. Moe trying to clear it around for Burridge. Checked by Johansson, kept in by Ridley. Ridley across for Rouse. Rouse drives it in deep. Joyce there, Leach, Ridley, all battle. Bruins get it free and clear. The clear out by Wesley. Back comes Leach. Hit by Bourque and stopped with a solid hit. Johansson winding up for Washington. 1:30 left on the power play. Burridge is on. Galley. Rouse drives it in. Going for it, Ridley. Joyce in the corner. Leach. Bruins Peterson there. Down he goes. Leach. Oh, everybody. The body's falling all over the place, and out of it comes Carpenter. 3-on-2 Boston. Burridge going over the line with Galley. Galley is offside, and Galley as going out along with Washington cap Rouse as they were entangled after the offside call. Galley and Rouse out.
Hey, that offside was close. I wouldn't like to live on the difference. Dave, you got any relations in Colorado? Dennis Shea.
Not yet.
Dennis Shea out there, big Bees fan. He calls his brother every night. I figured maybe he was your brother.
No.
About the game. Information, don't call your brother tonight.
If he's rich,
at the game. Yeah.
if he's rich, I'll adopt him.
Yeah, if he's rich. There's a little extracurricular pushing and shoving, frustration from an offside.
Matching roughing calls.
Poulin and Propp out with Peterson and Bork. 13:20 left, first period, no score. Power play the Caps. Minute left on it. Hunter can't get it. Bork clears all the way to Beaupre. Back for it, Johansson, who's on with Stevens. Up front, Courtnall, Druce, and Hunter. Courtnall broken up by Poulin. Peterson up for Poulin. Over the line for Propp. Trying to make that short-handed bid, and he's knocked down. And back comes Courtnall. Broken up by Poulin. And cleared back in. 30 seconds left on the Washington power play.
Boy, that Dave Poulin could stop on a dime and turn. So effective.
Courtnall. Stevens driving in. Ricochet around. Druce can't get it. Bob Sweeney trying to get it. Courtnall gets it, but handed it to Neely. A penalty holding on Boston. Wesley out. And for 14 seconds, a two-man advantage for the Caps with a face-off. Outs, well, not outside the line, but about 20 feet inside it.
Well, John Druce certainly cooperated with the little turnaround.
The unfortunate part of Wesley being the man going off, you already have Galley in the box. Ray Bork doesn't seem to be 100%. He seems to be favoring the shoulder after that hit with Kypreos. And now Wesley, your third top defenseman, is off. So the Bruins are going to be hard-pressed here to kill this two off.
Washington 1 for 3 in power plays. They scored in their first one. The second two, the Bruins had 3 shots.
Yeah.
Short-handed, and the Caps had none.
That's got to scare you when you're on the power play, too. You know, you got to be a little bit more careful. Certainly got to have, when you face some penalty killing that can come up with some offense, at least 2 defensemen back there.
Poulin on the draw. Wins it, and the Bruins clear it. Don Sweeney. That puts it down to 5 seconds now. Over the line comes Druce. Checked by Bork. Puck kept in. And out comes Carter. Stevens keeping it in. Courtnall, a shot blocked, cleared off, and the Bruins break it out. In the center ice, Carter trying to move it up over the line, and a short-handed bid can't do it. Poulin clears it down. 1:30 left on the Caps' second power play. They overlap 14 seconds, but Poulin won that faceoff. Bruins get control again. Carter clears. Stevens now for Ridley. Broken up. Langway with it. Long one went all the way down to Andy Moe. Up the boards, not out. The Caps keep it in. Stevens. Now they move it across for Leach. Bork bangs into Joyce. Bork bangs into Leach. Leach fell down. Joyce back up, hit by Bork. Bruins keep it on the boards. Now they get it to Carpenter. A breakout. 3-on-2. Here comes Sweeney. Short-handed for Don Sweeney. Shot. Knocked away by Beaupre. 35 seconds left on this second power play. Caps trying to tie it up. Carter after it. And away comes Joyce. The clear in. Around the boards. Druce lost it. He's hit by Peterson. Puck bounces to Poulin. Poulin can't clear it out. Bounces now and is cleared away by Beers. Bruins trying to break with it. Johansson. Over the line to Hunter. Stop. 7 seconds on the power play. Washington without a shot on 2 power plays. Well, they list 1 shot up there. And the Bruins almost had great chances. Here comes Beers. Boston has killed off the second Washington power play. No score in the game. Bruins have been tremendous on killing penalties. Icing, no score. First period, NESN at the Garden. I'm trying to think of the shot. It might have been Langway from center ice. That was the only shot in 2 successive power plays. And that wasn't a shot, it was a pass that went all the way to Moe. You can't do it any better.
Now a great penalty killing. Good, solid 4-man teamwork there.
Channing trying to cut right in, over skated him. And back for it, Galley. Propp. Don Sweeney, the clear in wide of Beaupre. Neely on Kleinendorf. Pokes it back. Don Sweeney fires it up. Blocked. Neely's pass blocked. Washington blocking a lot of shots, and Galley went barreling into Kyprios. Don Sweeney trying to set up Krop, doesn't work. Rouse fell down. May hands it to Don Sweeney. And the clear in. Mike Milbury making a change. 9:30 left of the first period. Each team with 4 shots. And no score. Bob Beers the clear in. That's icing, and Bob should have realized he was a yard behind the red line.
Well, the Red Sox are out on the West Coast, and NESN brings you the action this Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights from Seattle as the Sox take on the Mariners. Join Ned Martin and Jerry Remy at the Kingdome. Game time Monday and Wednesday nights 10 o'clock. Tuesday night's game at 10:30. And of course, each game preceded by NESN's Red Sox Digest with Bob Kurtz. The Sox and Mariners Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights live on NESN.
How do you like the trade?
I like the trade. I like the trade a lot. I mean, obviously, you'd like to get a
starter,
good starting pitcher, but you're not going to get many to give up a quality either 1, 2, or 3 man for a closer. And they desperately needed a guy like Bernansky.
If we know they need a starter, then everybody else does.
Yeah, right. Top need on everybody's shopping list.
Ridley Pavanka is 1981 Minnesota North Stars Don Beaupre. He was
pulled that out of the archives.
Ridley on the draw with Carpenter. 9:19 left in the first period. Painter makes his debut. Kent Painter. Don't know whether they bench Sheehy or he's hurt. In the Boston end, Lyndon Byers for Wesley. Wesley off the boards and out. Back for it goes. Painter, and after him is Byers. And gives him a whack as he cleared it around. Johansson with it for Miller. Miller broken up by Beers. Now winding up Johansson over the line for Pavanka. Puts it on net, a backhander, kick out by Moe. And out comes Byers. Hoggood over the line. Back for Byers, in! And he's stopped by Beaupre! Lyndon Byers with a great chance there from Hoggood. And Miller comes back to clear it in. Winding up Raymond Bourque. Off on the left for Carter. Kleinendorf stops it. Kept in now by Carter. Closing, firing, save Beaupre! As he drilled that right on top of the crease. Beaupre the save on Carter.
Oh, great pass from Hoggood to Byers to get Lyndon in alone, and then Beaupre just jumped out on Lyndon's stick.
What Byers did was, he had the right idea. He wanted to go wide on him, get it onto his forehand, but he loses his balance. Here's Carter's shot. Trying short side to no avail.
Beaupre's the kind of goaltender, Turk, that combines the best of both worlds. He's a good angle goaltender, but he also flops.
Here's Hoggood to Byers. Now Byers is losing his balance. Tries the shot quickly. Tried to get it away on the side he just came from. Just too premature with the release.
Carpenter with Carter and Doris. 8:15 left in the first period. 6 shots Boston, 5 for Washington. Bourque on with Peterson. Bourque lined up behind Carter. Carpenter. Hunter moves it to the corner, and Carpenter right in. Gets it to Carter. Carter back near the net, but Langway is there, and here's Hunter and Carpenter going at it. Peterson jamming, and Carter keeps it in, trying to work it. Out, it goes to center ice. Bourque there. Peterson, check, hit by Berglund. Joyce, chasing Bourque. Bourque behind the net. Now Leach moving in. Into Joyce. Joyce broken up by Bourque, but Leach able to keep it in. Behind the net, Joyce working, stopping, cutting. Carter, Bourque, Leach, Joyce, the foursome. And a face-off call, and that was heavy action in there. No score in the first period on NESN at the Garden.
In watching Don Beaupre, guys, I would say in close on him, no different than getting in close on Patrick Roy. He's going down and spreading those pads along the line. You've got to go upstairs on him.
Everybody going to the Patrick Roy School of Goaltending. that's the case. Crossbar is all you're going to have.
Hunter, Courtnall, Druce, and the puck is knocked out to center ice. Christian in pursuit, almost broke it up there. And Poulin does. Over the line for Christian. Christian checked by Stevens. And back to get it, Druce. Druce ices it. Oh, they wave it off. Sorry.
Why would they wave that off?
Courtnall, a heavy hit in deep. Galley was knocked down on the play by Courtnall. Bruins break it out. Burridge on routes. Going wide. Broken up, and Stevens gets it. Up the middle of Hunter. He's stopped. Christian drives it in. Stevens winding up. Beers missed the long clear out. Check. Hunter follows up. Hunter into the corner. Fired it back. Kleinendorf drives it in deep. Behind the net, Druce. Druce checked by Wesley. Around the board. Burridge helping out. Burridge digs it free. Out comes Christian. Possible 3-on-2. And it's broken up by Kleinendorf. And Druce clears it in the Boston end. 6:20 left in the first period. No score. Beers. Janney. A lead in for Prop by Neely. Prop avoids a hit. Moves it in front. Knocked away. Fighting for it. Janney with a steal. Janney clears it back in with a beautiful play. Langway around the boards. And Kyprios clears it out. Ray Bourque. Off for Peterson. Looking for Janney. Janney gets it over the line. Rolls it in wide of Beaupre. Kleinendorf. Langway. And the clear out. A lead for Kyprios. On Bourque. Checked by Bourque. Bourque pokes it free. It's rolled in front. Taken by Janney. Can't come out with it. Shot by Kyprios. Nice pass saved by Moe. Behind the net, Murray puts it in front. Kyprios gets it. Back for Rouse. Rouse clears it to the backboard. Murray fighting for it. Kyprios is spilled. Puck called here. Is a call by
Could be a delay of game penalty.
Gonna call it on Al Peterson.
no score. First period on NESN.
Want to go one-on-one with the Bruins Cam Neely? You can use your body or use your head. Answer trivia questions from Cam Neely and other sports stars. For 95 cents a minute, call 1-976-FANS. It's fun. You could win some prizes, or would you rather lose some teeth?
Hey, buddy, you all right? You ready to go again? Come on.
Call 1-976-FANS now and win Bruins playoff tickets.
Hey, tune in Thursday night at 10 as Fight Night from the Great Western Forum in Inglewood, California returns to NESN. You'll love the action as some of the top fighters in the country go toe-to-toe to the squared circle. That's Fight Night at the Forum Thursday night at 10 right here on NESN, your ticket to boxing action. Al Peterson and Mike Milbury tried to convince Bill McCurry that Al was just trying to clear it off the glass, get it into the corner.
Nah, it doesn't work.
Al knew what he was doing.
Good try. Certainly intentionally shot it.
Actually, it's a good play with the way Washington's buzzing around the net as long as it's not called.
Yeah. Great play if you don't get caught for it.
Washington 0 for 2 in power plays. And just one shot, a long one. Stevens pokes it in front. Knocked away, and Carpenter able to clear it. 5 minutes left in the first period. We're even at 6 shots apiece. Stevens and Johansson. Ridley up front with Leach and Joyce. In the center ice. Caps work it over the line. Off for Leach. Shot. Save. Rebound. Jammed wide. Bruins fight for it. It's kept in. Back at the point, Johansson gets it up now for Stevens. Clears it in the corner. Trying to connect on a pass. And Ridley comes off the corner with it. Gets it back for a shot by Johansson. Deflected wide and a screen in front. Stevens keeps it in. Ridley around the corner now. Back for Johansson to Stevens. His shot wide. Ridley keeps it in again. Gets away from Potter. Fires one. Blocked by Wesley. Goes wide. Joyce keeps it in. Ridley with it. Playing in the Boston end. Back for Johansson. Shot, a save by Andy Moe. Galley for Carpenter, and he chops it out. And Mike Milbury's able to change up. Best pressure in their power play by Washington.
Bobby Carpenter made that play with a right-handed stick.
Burridge breaks it up. Pulling. It is. Pulling for Propp. Short-handed. They can't move in over the line. And Drew starts it back. In the center ice for Portnoy. Drives it around the boards. Hunter. Pass stopped. Bourque chops it up. And out. Poulin cleared it away. 25 seconds on the Washington power play. 3:40 left first period. And the Caps with 2 shots with good pressure at the first minute of the power play. Portnoy breaking. Check. And the puck is cleared away by Brian Propp. 10 seconds left on the Peterson penalty for delay of game. Painter drives it in. Into the back of the net. Oh, Don Sweeney gets it free. And away comes Janney with Burridge and Peterson. A pass for Peterson over the line in front for Janney. Janney couldn't set up Burridge. Puck bounces away from Wesley. Breaking his Portnoy. Over the line, onside. Checked on the play, gets it to Hunter. Bruins at full strength. Hunter checked. And away comes Boston. Burridge with Janney. 2-on-2. Janney still going. Penetrating. Leaves it for Beers. And his shot is deflected wide with Burridge screening. He was 20 feet away. Beers walked right in from Janney. Behind the net, Janney trying to drop it in front, and Beaupre intercepted. No score, first period on NESN.
Well, Dale Hunter, that guy you love to hate, is going off for 2 minutes for roughing.
Well, he started all the fisticuffs down there.
Well, Neely came over to defend the honor. First, we're going to look at the scoring bid by Beers. Great setup. Nice soft pass on the forehand.
He tries to go upstairs, hits an arm. Langway made the save. Puck behind the net, Burridge in on it. Now there's Hunter with Burridge, hand off the stick. Rub the glove in the face. But McCreary caught him right there, and that's what precipitated all the extracurricular fisticuffs, the left hook, right hook.
I think he got the penalty, Derek, when Cam Neely came in and started having it with Randy Ladouceur. Hunter came up over the top of the pile and threw a punch at Neely. And I think that's where he got the roughing call.
Kleinendorf, because Ladouceur's in Hartford.
I mean, Kleinendorf, right. Thank you.
The punch, I think he let that go after the fact. Because Neely threw one, too. Burridge threw one, let that go.
Second power play for Boston. They're 0 for 1. Scoreless game. Fighting for it. But Caps get it out to Miller. Miller gives it to Langway. And they're playing keep away. To the open man. Langway clears. Back for Hogwood. He's playing the power play with Ray Bourque, playing a point position. Around for Bourque. 2 minutes left in the first period. No score. Bourque starts the power play. For Janney. Janney gains the line, drops it in front. Kept in now by Propp. His pass blocked by Ridley. And Ridley clears it. Washington 8 shots, Boston 6. The Caps had 2 on their last power play. They've had 3 power plays. This is the second for Boston. Neely barely trying to go right in, puts it in front. But he put it right in the stick of Berglund. And he cleared. Boy, it looked as though Neely might be able to crash right in on the right wing side. Neely over the line now. Check, holding. Battling. Janney keeps it in to Bourque. Bourque cross for Wesley. Back for Bourque. Bourque shot blocked by Berglund and cleared. 40 seconds left. Bruins without a shot on in this power play. Bourque winding up. No score in the game. 1:10 left first period. Bourque. The clear in. Back for Kleinendorf. He's able to wrap it out, and breaking is Murray. Short-handed. Blocked by Galley. Deflected into the stands. This is not an effective Boston power play, and they've had some good ones against the Caps. 19 seconds left on this one. The face-off in the Boston zone.
Bruins had a couple opportunities, kind of squandered them with the plays. Neely came in on the right side, tried to find a man deep. Washington, at this point, picking off passes. The skating is there, though, Fred, on both sides. Both sides working hard. Here's Cam. He's looking slot here. Janny's following him deep down the hole. He's why I thought Craig might have gone to the net. Right out to a Washington player, and out she goes.
Mike Milbury sends out Poulin, Burridge, and Christian now on the power play. Pavanka with Miller. Winding up is Wesley. He's on with Galley. Up the middle of Burridge. Cuts right wing side. Over the line. Across the line. Gives it to Christian. Christian in deep. Behind the net. Can't connect with Poulin. Burridge keeps it in. Poulin trying to get it. The Caps are able to clear it out and carry it out. And Pavanka rushes short-handed. Over the line. Stops. Gives it to Johansson. And he's hit from behind by Poulin. Bodies falling all over the place. Full strength. The Caps. Bruins break it out. Good chance here. Wesley gains the line. That's the story. Gives it to Christian. Shot missed. Short side. Burridge trying to put it in front. Couldn't do it. Pavanka back. 8 seconds left. Clearing it in. I tell you, the story for the Bruins is gains the line. Have they ever penetrated? May is hit as he tried to fire that one, hit by Galley, and the first period ends. The Bruins no shots on that power play. At the end of the first period, Boston nothing, Washington nothing. Intermission highlights in a moment.
So it's a tie game at the end of the first period, a scoreless tie between the Boston Bruins and the Washington Caps. Shots on goal in the first period, 8 for Washington and 6 for Boston. Former Bruin Jeff Courtnall now with the Washington Caps. Dave Shea's guest. David?
All right, Tom, thank you. And Jeff, obviously the Capitals have changed their approach just a bit to game number 2 compared to game 1. Kind of a quiet game for game 1. Tonight you guys have come right out and taken the body.
Yeah, we talked a lot about it last night, and I think that was a big thing we thought was missing. We didn't finish our checks like we did in the Rangers series, so we're trying to do that tonight, and hopefully that's going to tire down their defense and give us some opportunities.
You've played on both sides of the fence here in the Garden. Do you feel it's possible for a visiting team to come in here and not play it physical?
I don't think so. I think it's such a small rink out there that the corners, they just aren't as big as the rinks at home, and I think you just seem to be bumping into each other that much more. You seem to be a lot tighter with each other through the neutral zone, so I think you have to really be ready to play a physical game.
What do you find is the most difficult thing in the postseason for you in particular?
Well, definitely it's a lot closer checking. I think you go into opposing teams' rinks and they try to shut down the scoring line, and you have to play a lot tighter. You have to play better defensively, and things happen a lot quicker.
Of course, Jeff Courtnall has been known as a guy who can put the puck in the net over the last few years. What started here, your last season with Boston, you've continued on nicely with Washington. Do you think you finally found a home?
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. You never know in this business, but it's been going pretty good for me the last 2 years. This year, first half was a little sluggish, but got going towards the end, and things have gone pretty good in the playoffs, so hopefully it'll continue that way.
Kind of ironic that in a season that the Caps do kind of struggle through the regular season, they go on to have their best postseason ever. When you think back to those teams that were putting up 100-point seasons that couldn't get going, what was the special secret this year, if it's special, if that's the right word, that got you guys over the hump?
I really can't say what it was. This year was a frustrating year, a long year, I think, for everybody, management all the way down to the players. I think we just weren't consistent throughout the year, and playoffs came around, and I don't know what happened. We just seemed to gel together. We had to fight a little bit at the end there just to get a playoff spot, and we seemed to pick it up a bit. But I think the New Jersey series really gave us a lot of confidence, and then playing against New York, we really played well as a group.
All right, tell me about the second period now. What do you expect from your club, and what are you expecting from Boston?
Well, I think Boston probably going to talk about trying to hold us up a little bit and slow us down from hitting, but I think we're going to have to go out there and play just as hard, if not harder, and try to get some more big hits. We've got to hit Ray and slow him down, and I think that's a big key to the success of our team in this series. And we'll be trying to do a lot of that.
All right, Jeff, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Dave.
Jeff Courtnall, our guest. Tommy, back to you.
All right, David, we'll look at highlights of that first period, and we're going to run through the nominees for hockey's highest awards. A lot of Bruins in there this year as well, understandably. When the Bruins hockey continues tonight here on your New England Sports Network, we are at the end of the first period, scoreless tie. Boston, nothing. The Caps, nothing.
to left field. It hangs up. Does it have legs enough? Not quite. It's off the wall, and Boggs has an easy stand-up double.
The Red Sox are on the road. NESN brings you the action as they try to break the West Coast jinx. Monday night, live at 10 o'clock. The Sox take on the Mariners at the Kingdome in the first of a 3-game series. NESN, your ticket to Red Sox baseball. In that first period, the Bruins 0 for 2 on power play tries, while the Caps were 0 for 3. And again, the Caps with the shots on goal advantage. It was 8-6 over the first 20 minutes of the game. Caps with a goalie change in Game 2. Don Beaupre gets the start. He's been out injured since Game 3 of the series with the Rangers. Andy Moog back in there again for the Bruins as they try to go up in this series 2-0. Best chance for the Bruins. Early moments of the game. A break-in by Craig Janney through an impressive assortment of moves on Beaupre, but not able to get the puck by him. And the Caps' best opportunity came while they were shorthanded. Their top goal scorer, John Druce. Moog shut him down as the two teams went deep into the opening period scoreless. Matter of fact, the full 20 minutes that went that way. No score at the end of the first. Now, the finalists for all of the various awards that will be passed out by the National Hockey League shortly after the playoffs are over, that would be on the 6th of June, were announced yesterday. Not surprisingly, several Bruins who are up for some added prestige, material for the trophy room, if you will. The most significant of the bunch is the Hart. This is hockey's most valuable player award. You'll notice one very significant name that is missing. That is Wayne Gretzky. First time he has not been nominated. Ray Bourque probably the favorite. The other candidates are Brett Hull, he of all of those goals for the St. Louis Blues this year, and Mark Messier doing what he can to lead the Edmonton Oilers to another Stanley Cup. Now, if Bourque doesn't get the Hart, he is darn near a cinch for the Norris. That's the award for best defenseman in the league. Other two candidates, Calgary's Al McInnes and Doug Wilson of the Chicago Blackhawks, they are still alive for the Cup. The Bruins have already won the Jennings Trophy. That's the one for the fewest goals allowed by one team during the season. The winner of the Vezina, league's best goaltender for 89-90, goes to one man. Bruins have themselves a candidate here, too, Andy Moog, who is in there with Montreal's Patrick Roy, Buffalo's Darren Pupa. Son of a gun, all three from the Adams division. Coach of the Year, Jack Adams Trophy. The Bruins rookie coach Mike Milbury has a shot at it. Maybe a little bias showing, but I think he ought to get it. The rookie coach doing what he's done is just exceptional. Of course, Winnipeg's Bob Murdoch and Roger Nielsen of the Rangers, worthy candidates as well. No Bruin on the list for the Calder, that's for Rookie of the Year, but close. There's a local kid, Jeremy Roenick, out of Thayer Academy in Braintree, as one of the three possibles. Calgary's Russian import Sergei Makarov is another, and Mike Modano of the North Stars is the third. Funny, isn't it, that in a year when some have knocked the Bruins for not being tough enough, mean and nasty enough, that they have no one in the running for the Lady Byng, the sportsmanship trophy. Those who are, Hull of St. Louis again, Gretzky, and the Islanders' Pat LaFontaine. And for the Selke Trophy, the league's best defensive forward, Rick Mahar, the Blues, Guy Carbonneau of the Boo Hiss Montreal Canadiens, and Esa Tikkanen of Edmonton. One trophy, of course, the Bruins have already won, the President's. That's best record in the league for the regular season. It's nice, not nearly as nice as that battered old cup that everyone covets. End of one. Boston and Washington are scoreless. Boston Bruins hockey continues in a moment on NESN. No scoring in that first period. The shots on goal were 8-6 for the Caps. The Bruins were 0 for 2 and the Caps 0 for 3 on power play tries. There were 4 penalties called against the Bruins and 3 against the Caps. You might be interested in the fact that the Bruins in the playoffs this year have a record of 2 wins, 1 loss when they have come out of the first period tied, while the Caps record in that same situation is 1-0. That's when they're tied at the end of the first period of play. Dale Hunter of the Washington Caps played a lot of hockey over his career against the Bruins. Matter of fact, this is the 100th game that he has played, and out of the 99 previous games, he has accumulated a total of 493 penalty minutes. What that means is that he has sat out the equivalent of over 8 games in the penalty box against the Bruins. There is no score at the end of the first period at Boston Garden Game 2 of this Conference Championship Series and in the Wales Conference. We are ready for second period action. Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, and Dave Shea.
All right, Tommy, thank you. got a couple of people we want to say hello to. Barb Wesley, Glenn Wesley's wife, recovering from foot surgery. I'm sure she's watching tonight.
Barb's watching in pain. Wish her the best.
She's a Bruin, right?
And all the security staff from Bradford College, from Peg McNally. Keep up the good work.
Also,
2.5-year-old Mitchell Mortale. Nephew, a big Andy Moog fan, keeps slapping the stick, wants a face-off. At 2.5, I mean, you know, that's a pretty bright kid that likes hockey.
Referee Bill McCreary, a dad in the last week. Little girl.
Means he probably hasn't had much sleep in the last week.
There's the key. Jeff Courtnall said that's the key to our success. Taking him out of the play.
Well, beginning of the first period, that certainly was the way right here. Murray on Bork. Bork tries to get out, sees Kyprios, who takes a leap at him. Ray marks the number down, says okay. A little later in that shift, Ray Bork sees him along the boards. Right there, just nails him with his shoulder.
Right shoulder.
Ray got up a little slow, got to the bench after that. Seemed to be okay. The captain, Ray Bork.
Pretty evenly played first period. I still think the Bruins need to pick it up in the offensive end in terms of taking the body. And I'm thinking in terms of number 8. Cam can stir so much up when he's flying around in there, making defensemen think twice about handling the puck, and we haven't seen much of that tonight.
Well, Cam Neely, when you get covered like he does, gets held up a lot. Now, he doesn't get in on your defense. Believe me, the defense, they talk to the forwards, say, okay, guys, now hold up that Cam Neely. He's like a train. I don't want him on my license plates if it's at all possible. So the left winger opposite Neely, his job is to contain him and not let him get in on those defensemen. And you got to be in motion to hit hard.
Unusual combination. Mike Milbury sending out Bob Sweeney, Greg Hogwood right wing, Lyndon Byers left wing, starting the second period, and they only played about a shift in the first. Ray Bork is on with Wesley, Murray, Kyprios, and May. A lead over the line, but offside is Byers as he duel Langway at the line.
Watch Lyndon Byers. He curled over in the far boards, then slid down them a little bit, and then cut straight across in front of, just behind Langway. Wesley saw him. A time play. The original pass doesn't bounce. Right there, Byers turns. He waits for Wesley. Great camera work. Picks him up. He's behind Langway and gone, but Rod got a stick on the puck. Knew Byers was behind him. Good defensive play.
And back to Kleinendorst. He's on defense with Langway. Just underway second period. No score. Another long clear by Langway all the way to Mold. And kept in by May and Kyprios. Murray, Bob Sweeney battling. May back there. Bork. Hogwood back to help out. And a face-off call to the left of Andy Moog.
Here's David Boyle, general manager, Washington Capitals, Northeastern graduate.
Jack Button on the left, director of player personnel.
Jogging notes down.
Dave Boyle, a disciple of Cliff Fletcher. Learned the ropes under Cliff down in Atlanta.
Cliff certainly knows the ropes.
Washington now. Murray sends out Hunter, Courtnall, and Druce. Boston with Poulin, Burridge, and Christian. And the draw to Stevens. Stevens gets it off on for Rouse. Shot blocked wide. And winding up is Christian. In the center ice, left wing. Over the line. Going deep. Cuts away. We're shot. Burridge, and it's deflected wide. Kept in by Bork. Burridge in deep for Christian. Christian trying to set up Poulin. Can't do it. Stevens able to get it. Moves it out for Druce. Druce on Peterson with Courtnall. Blocked by Peterson. Into the corner. Courtnall battling for it. Lost it. Christian able to clear it out. Courtnall on it again. And the Caps have to clear the zone, so Bruins have plenty of time to come out. Peterson to Burridge. Over the line. Shot deflected wide. Joyce clears. Stopped by Don Sweeney. Wrapped in. Ricochets around. Joyce hit by Neely. But the Caps break it out now. Joyce loses to Galley at the Boston line. Galley can't set a play, though. Rouse clears it in the Boston zone. Back for Galley. After him is Leach. Galley, Janney. Janney away from Langway, but loses to Kleinendorf. Squared out. Bruins started back. Don Sweeney drops it over the line. Back for Kleinendorf. Close checking. Martin with a scoring threat. Now Kleinendorf loses to Janney. Janney for Neely, but he's checked immediately by Leach. Taken down, and Langway starts it out. This could be icing. Beers back. Icing on the play.
Well, the crowd was looking for a hooky call on Steve Leach. Didn't get it.
No score for second period on NESN. 17:35 left in the second period. If this is a game of tempo, which it is, the Bruins are playing at Washington's tempo, and they're the visitors in the opening minutes here of the second period. Carpenter gets it for Wesley. Wesley drops it in. All right, there is Stevens. Bruins without a threat on Beaupre here, and Miller comes back. Shift over the line, the shot. Caught by Moog, and he hangs on as Miller was aiming for the far corner coming in on the left wing.
Well, that seemed to surprise Andy a little bit.
He was moving to his right. He reached back, just loses his balance a little bit. Looked a lot more dangerous. Bob Beers goes inside. Andy just lost his balance to make sure he kept it in his glove. Bouncing puck, flutter shot. Saves no problem, just keeping the balance got a little difficult at the end.
Carpenter and Ridley. Banged back at the point. Knocked in on Moog for a save again. 3 shots by the Caps. Carter breaks with Duras. A lead in. Duras going on Painter. Painter clears it around. Not out. Wesley kept it in. Behind the net. Potter lost it. Cleared up now. Pavelka can't get it, but Miller breaks. Possible 2-on-1. Duras coming back. And the shot is deflected high by Wesley as Miller gunned that one. Caps getting their shots. Bruins trying to come out, can't do it. Miller taps it back in. And the Bruins need to get it cranked up here. 3 shots Caps, none for the Bruins second period. No score. Carpenter holds, moves, scored! Bobby Carpenter makes it 1-0 Boston.
What it was is that Bobby fakes the big slap shot. Beaupre set for that. He just held it out, moves it left. Nice little wrist shot he takes. Right there's the fake. Then a little wrist shot. Beaupre just fooled. Slide to his right. Soft shot to his left. But right there is the key to the play. Beaupre coughs this one up. Great move by Carpenter.
First shot.
Boston goal scored by
second period.
Bob Carpenter.
Not a bad percentage.
Fort clears it in. 1-0 Boston. Bob Carpenter after faking the slap shot. Neely breaks it up. Puts it in front. Proppus. Robbed by Beaupre as Neely set up Prop in front. 1-0 Boston. Second period on NESN.
CCM 651 Tax, the only skate with vacuform, heat molded to the exact shape of your foot. The only skate with heel lace, dual lacing that locks in perfect fit to transmit your power and control directly where you need it most, right into your game. 651 Tax by CCM. Turn on the power.
Bobby Carpenter.
Here's the great thing about scoring the only goal in the first 24 minutes. It gets replayed a lot. You get to, if you're the goal scorer, everybody in the world gets to see your goal. Everybody plays it. Bobby Carpenter, great move, the fake slap shot.
Murray against Janney, and Stevens in the corner. Now Murray breaks it out in the center ice, drives it in. Around the boards, May can't get it. Bounces in deep. Peterson checked there. Kyprios trying to get free. Kyprios prop. Kyprios able to keep it in, gets a shot. That is his third shot. There's May and Peterson ready to go at it. There's a cross check by Murray, and let's see what McCrary calls here. Kyprios, unbelievably, has 3 shots. Well, Washington sent out, he had 2 in the first period, and he fired that one on. Murray going with Peterson again, so.
Alan Peterson's going with Murray, May, and Kyprios. He's had jousting matches with 3 of them in a row. Ryan Propp got in to help him. Ray Bourque, Cam Neely staying under the penalty box. Al Peterson not backing down from anybody.
You know, we said it the other night, Derek. Al Peterson plays his most effective hockey when he gets a mean streak. Obviously, he showed up at the Garden with one tonight.
There's the cross check. There's a little shove and a push. Then Andy Moe gets his 2 cents in with a little left jab. Greg Janney comes in. Now calm down, boys. Cam Neely's just ruffling heads and faces and gloves and faces. Gets an elbow for his trouble.
What a play by Washington. May and Murray, a couple of journeymen, go out for Peterson and Neely. They're both, all 4 are out.
Harry
so that's not a bad play.
Harry Sinden made that trade, he'd be hooted out of town.
Oh, he'd be shot.
David Boyle would be canonized. He's got to be pleased with the series of events.
Cam Neely was at the end of his shift anyway. Cam Neely would have been off the ice and sitting down this next shift, so he's taking his rest in the penalty box.
Andy Moog went after Murray because Murray came in behind Peterson, gave a little cross check in the back.
So Neely had to get involved because you can't let him muscle Moog anymore.
Murray May, Neely Peterson, 2 each for roughing at 4:02.
The Caps have 4 shots this period. The Bruins 2, but one of the 2, Bob Carpenter's score, a 4th overall series score. Poulin is on against Hunter to the left of Moe. Goose trying to get it. Burridge can't knock it out. Now it's to Burridge. Burridge clears it out. And maybe icing, but Christian going on Rouse. Icing is called. But Christian got there just about the same time. Hustling work by Dave Christian out of Warroad, Minnesota.
Well, what Rouse did is he expected Christian in a foot race to beat him. He guarded the puck well. Got it with his leg, with his foot, I mean.
And another face-off in the Boston zone.
Wonder what the cookouts will be at the family cookout for the Murrays.
Friendly.
This summer. Well, Ryan said, gee, I could have taken that club all the way. And Terry doesn't.
Puck fought for, and it goes for shot block. Drews got it. Bruins did a good job on the faceoff, and suddenly Drews wound up with it. Behind the net, Poulin around the boards cleared it out. 1-0 Boston. Rouse with Burridge in pursuit. Now the Caps, Scott Stevens starts it back. Forced back by Burridge. Now he gets it away to Drews. Drews is tripped at center ice. Gets it over the line. Courtnall moves, shoots, and misses. Walked in on that one. Beautiful shift. And Courtnall missed the net. Bruins trying to work it free. Can't knock it out. Burridge does. Burridge breaks for Christian. Christian coming in right wing side. Shot went wide. And the Caps come back now. Courtnall looking for help. Cups on Galley. Went wide. Beautiful play, and this pass blocked in front of the net. And Don Sweeney, and away comes Christian. Pull it off for Galley. Galley clears it in deep. Galley was fooled by Courtnall that time, but Galley playing with a gimpy knee. Not expected to play. An offside Washington pass. And a face-off in the Washington zone.
Boy, Jeff Courtnall, quick as a cat. I thought he was offside when he broke in alone.
Nice shift by Jeff Courtnall. Galley thinking going inside. All you do when you come in 1-on-2, right here you're going to get Drew dumps into Courtnall. Right now he had time on board. He had his weight on the right foot. That allowed him to cut back right there. So Galley gets kind of tied up getting back at him the same way, but there's only 2. Don Sweeney's assignment was Hunter. Unfortunately, he broke that play up the last second.
1-0 Boston, second period. Bob Sweeney out with Hogwood and Byers. Don Sweeney and Gary Galley. Langway is on with Kleinendorst. Could be icing. That ball forced to play it. Leach checks it in the corner. Don Sweeney battling it. Trying to get it. A battle. Leach. Bob Sweeney on the boards. Galley over there. Galley now with Don Sweeney. Sweeney up on the right. Byers missed it. Langway keeps it in. Centering pass. Rolls across for Hoggood. Hoggood for Bob Sweeney. A lead. Just too far for Byers. He hustles in though. Gets it in deep. Tried to drop it back. It is Hoggood keeping it in. His shot deflected wide. Byers almost had a clean breakaway. With Langway, of course, the Caps have to get a score, and they're moving up. Here's Hoggood for Byers. Shot, save, Beaupre. Leach starts back. Wesley and Beers on defense. Berglund over the line for Leach. The shot, beautiful save by Moe. What a save on Leach. And back for Boston comes Duras. Going hard over the line. Broken up. Pass to Pavanka. Where's the whistle?
I think there's too many
pass.
men here, I think.
1-0 Boston, second period on NESN.
Steve Leach coming down the right side. Half slap shot. Almost found its way to the far post, but Moog reacted quickly with the stick.
The Caps have 6 shots, Boston 3, but Boston the goal by Bob Carpenter, the only score of the game. 13:24 left in the second period. The assist on the Carpenter goal goes to Bob Beers. 3:23 the time. Johansson winding up. Stevens breaks it out. Miller over the line. Checked by Bork. Moves it in near the net. Moe pokes it into the corner. Peterson doesn't see it. Ridley with it. Bork there. Bork checked it. Breaks up Ridley. Battles Ridley. Hard. But Pavanka keeps it in. Wraps it in deep for Johansson, who puts it back to a vacated point position, and Stevens goes to center ice. Away now to Miller. The clear in. Moe blocking it. Trying to clear it away. Pavanka puts it near the net. Bork breaks it up. Puts it for Carter. He breaks with Carpenter. Over the line. Carter going deep on Stevens. Near the net. Behind the net. And he's pulled down on the play. And the Caps break. 4 men coming up. Shot by Pavanka. Off the backboards on a deflection. Wesley gets it around for Carter. Carter, way to Carpenter. Only goal of the game by Bob Carpenter. And the Bruins change up. About 8 minutes played, second period. For the Caps, Portnoy. The clear in. Moe. Around the boards, not out. Murray keeps it in deep. Fought for. And the Bruins started out. Beers broken up for a shot there by Murray that's wide, and Washington offside. Bruins break it out. Pass up, stopped by Langway. It's all out by the Caps. Everybody up. Beers breaks up a pass. Janney steals. Janney trying to move in. Hauled down by Rouse. Langway clears it away. Picked up by Galley. Galley fires back in. 11:34 left, second period. 1-0 Boston. Langway checked by Neely. Neely trying to get it. Janney, the follow-up. Janney keeps it in. Janney's pass blocked and cleared away. In the center ice, Murray's pass up. He takes a hit from Don Sweeney. The play broken up. Don Sweeney starts it back. A lead for Neely. Neely for Propp. In for Neely. In front. Intercepted beautifully by Stevens as he covered Janney. Sends it away on the left. Portnoy screening in, and his shot went wide. And it's cleared all the way, deflects all the way down to Beaupre. Wide open game. Drews checked by Poulin. Broken up by Christian. Christian cuts away in the center ice. Hunter checks him. He gets it over the line in deep for Poulin. Poulin trying to put it in front. Blocked by Hunter. Taken by Burridge. Burridge. First shot here and a great save. Moving in was Christian and robbed by Beaupre. A hard hit on Portnoy by Peterson. Wide open hockey. Christian lost it. Gets it again. Christian back for Bork. Up for Burridge. Drews trying to move in. Broken up. Poulin is back. Poulin over the line. Up for Burridge. Wide open. Burridge keeps it in. Along the line. Drops it off for Bork. Bork a shot. Deflected wide. Christian. Loaded. Roll in front. A whistle here. Stop the play as it rolled back out for Poulin in front. And the fans love this. Wide open. 1-0 Boston. Second period on NESN.
Dale Hunter taking a run at Dave Poulin, but the play begins because Stevens and Hunter are both in deep now.
Poulin kicks it out. Kleinendorf overruns Burridge. Christian got a great shot away. Peterson just never got to it in time. Jeff Courtnall gets a stick on it. That's wide open hockey.
This is fun.
I don't know. Joe Rooney just recovering from a heart attack. I don't know about that.
Halfway through the game, Janney rolls it in front. It's deflected back. Wesley, a screenshot block. Neely trying to get it. Couldn't put it on net. Prop with it. Wesley right in. Shot and a save. Wesley walked in on a feed from Prop. From 20 feet, Beaupre the save. Hunter trying to come out. He's belted by Neely. Shot deflected over the head of Beaupre. Joyce trying to come out. Bang it out. He does. And it's center ice. It bounces back into the Boston end. Wesley trying to clear it around. It bounces in front. Tied up by Moe. It bounced for Boston there. Whoa. Weird deflection.
Now you want to talk about the bounces going your way?
That's a bouncing puck on Boston's behalf. Glenn Wesley gets back. 2 Capitals around him. He takes a look, got really no play. Tries a quick wrist shot. Doesn't want to shoot it on net. Bobby Joyce can't get a handle to it. Andy Moog a little flutter there.
Now, ideally, Glenn would have liked to have been about 10 feet closer to the boards to scale that around, but the angle he was at, he was almost driving it straight into the boards. That's why Andy Moog was over on the short side waiting for it to come out. Then the fun began.
The puck, when it spins off like that, it rotates at tremendous speed. The first time you get the stick on it, it's going to reverse action on you. Glenn short stroked that off the backboards, wanted it to go off and around the boards.
9:26 left, second period, 1-0 Boston. Bob Carpenter, the lone scorer.
Wesley playing well. When those things happen, they bounce for you when you're playing good.
And the draw off of Kleinendorf. Screen shot, bounces in front. Kiprios gets his 4th shot on the rebound, and it's a stop by Moe. Kiprios leading the Capitals, and you would not expect that. Good shots on net. McCrary blocked this one, and Neely comes back over the line. Neely, right ball. Beers, shot. Beaupre. Bob Beers could have 2 goals tonight with the setups he's had.
Beaupre a little shaken up, too. He looked immediately behind him. I don't think he saw the shot, Derek, until after he felt it.
No, that was a break for Washington because Beaupre, really, he goes down early, whether he stumbles or not. But Beers trying upstairs. Beaupre already down, catches it in the throat area. Now watch this what Beaupre sees. Now by this time, Beers hasn't got the puck yet. Now he fires it. There you go.
Well, in the last minute, Wesley's had a shot from 20 feet, dead on, set up by Prop. Neely set up Beers. And it's 9:03 left in the second period. 1-0 Boston on the Carpenter goal. Carpenter, Carter, Duras.
Great camera work, Bob Frateroli, Mike Baker in the truck.
Hunter and Carpenter. Batted around, back to the point. Galley. Don Sweeney. Shot is blocked by Rouse. In the center ice comes Courtnall. He's been flying in this period after not doing much over the first 2. The long clearing. Duras checked. Bounced around. And with it, Druce. Shot and a save by Andy Moe. Druce looking for the rebound, and Don Sweeney right on top of him. Well, the Bruins stood around and let Druce walk in for that scoring bid. And Andy Moe made the save on Druce, who has 13 goals in the series.
Well, you'll never guess who's in the middle of this.
Oh, yeah.
What a strange place to find Dale Hunter.
That's a given. Bob Carpenter along the boards, up high, just inside the blue line. Didn't see the puck bounce behind him. Faced his man squarely. In jumped Druce on a loose puck.
Washington 16 shots, Boston 12. In the first two periods. Galley headed out. And for the Capitals, Hunter.
Here's Bruce. There's the shot. Moog's got it. He reaches. There's the chop. That's what everyone took exception to. Jeff Cornell. Galley gives him a little left. Back to the elbow.
God, Bruce, what a great series postseason he's having. Scored a goal the other night, game 1. Has 13, which ties him with Brett Hull. And since Hull is done, Bruce right now could go on to be the goal leader in the Stanley Cup Playoffs series. Was there anybody in the 2 Cup years you played that came out of nowhere to be a major contributor?
No.
Kind of went true to form.
No, yeah, everybody was pretty well true to form. The percentage, yeah, per capita scoring, yeah, was all.
8:42 left in the second period. The face-off to the right of Andy Moog after the Druce scoring bid. Boston leading 1-0. And for the Caps, Pavanka out there with Druce and Courtnall. And Courtnall has cranked it up in this period. And, of course, the Caps are strictly thinking offense. And the Bruins have had some superb chances at the other end because of that. Christian on the face-off, gets it to the corner. And Peterson with it. Peterson trying to come out to Ray Bourque. Bourque up the middle. Carter can't hang on. Rouse to Druce. John Druce to Courtnall. Stolen by Carter. Broken up by Stevens. Stevens over the line with Druce. But Druce, he's in. And the pass across, deflected wide off the stick. And a breakout here for Boston. Here comes Janny Carter, 2-on-1. Save Beaupre. And Janny went for it again. Twice he has broken in on a 2-on-1. And he didn't lift it that time. And Beaupre, a big save. Boston getting some glorious chances. We think of Wesley, Beers, and Janny now in just the last couple of minutes. Quality shots among the 13. At center ice, Janny now over the Boston line. The Caps are offside. 7:40 left in the second period, and the Bruins, we look at Glenn Wesley, need to capitalize on their excellent chances. Craig Janny with the scoring bid, just couldn't lift it as he cut across in front, shaking his head. Twice he's been stopped by Beaupre.
Right here, he knows he's got Carter. There's the fake shot. Beaupre doesn't go for it. Now he knows Beaupre can't go across for his defenseman, but Beaupre dives. Just hits an arm.
New face-off ordered. And that defenseman back there was Rouse. And Janny faked him down. Moved well as he went down the block. What he thought would be a shot by Janny, and Craig cut across. Couldn't lift it in.
You know, I don't know how significant, but Calle Johansson and Ken Painter were on the ice together for the Bruins goal.
Puck cleared out. Poulin trying to break away. He may. Poulin coming in. Save Beaupre. And this is 4 now as Beaupre keeps it close, and Moog solid at the other end in the all-out bid by the Caps, but the Bruins need to capitalize.
Dave Poulin being hooked coming over the blue line. The right idea. The Bruins are starting to go upstairs. Dave Poulin did there. Tried to pull him off the post. Goes around, squirts loose. Now Poulin turns on the Jets. Right there, Ridley hooking him. Poulin's got a bouncing puck. He's not going to be allowed to his forehand. He knows that. Tries the backhand play.
Where was Painter, the other Washington defenseman, then that allowed that breakout?
They tried to pinch in on the boards, never got to the boards in time. Puck squirted by him.
Bruins have had 4 quality shots in the last couple of minutes. It is 1-0 Boston. Stevens drives it over the head of Andy Moog. Miller able to get it away from Burridge. Hold it. In deep, Ridley to Miller. Behind the net, Miller. Beautiful job. Broken up now, and Christian breaks it out. Miller, a one-man show. Stevens breaks up Christian. Puck's cleared in the Boston end. Wesley heads back. Wesley bumped off the puck by Miller. Puck is kept in by the Caps. Kyprios, who has 4 of their shots. Checked by Beers, taken down. They played against each other, American Hockey League. Kyprios, now out of it, comes Burridge. And he can't clear it. Lost his helmet. Poulin trying to clear it out. Can't do it. Tries again. Does. Bruins get it. Wesley. Looking for Christian, but Boston changes up. 6:25 left, second period. Burridge without a helmet. Puck rolls into Moog. Off for Bourque. Up for Burridge. Burridge. Now this Bob Sweeney coming in. Langway going deep. In. Couldn't get the shot away as he cut across in front. Couldn't quite get control as he challenged Langway and fights for it in deep. Now it's back. Bourque. Check. Gets away. Fires one. Beaupre takes the shot wide of the net and hangs on. 6 minutes left, second period, as the Bruins now have 9 shots, and half of them have been.
Well hit to left field. It hangs up. Does it have legs enough? Not quite. It's off the wall, and Boggs has an easy stand-up double.
The Red Sox are on the road. NESN brings you the action as they try to break the West Coast jinx. Monday night, live at 10 o'clock. The Sox take on the Mariners at the Kingdome in the first of a 3-game series. NESN, your ticket to Red Sox baseball.
Looking at Rod Langway, challenged by Bob Sweeney, and Sweeney almost collected in front as he. Here it is.
He's got position on him. He just can't get his stick back to the puck.
Gianni Neely and Prop, and a new face-off called.
Looked like Langway was bleeding on the nose.
Don Sweeney, Ray Bourque inside the line. Neely talks with Bourque. Murray and Gianni. And the Caps get control. In the center ice, stopped by Don Sweeney. Trying to break Kleinendorst. And over the line, Murray does, but he's offside. Face off outside the Boston blue line. Each team with 9 shots in period number 2.
Boy, you don't think a hot goaltender is the key to Stanley Cup?
Oh, yeah.
If tonight's game isn't a case in point, I don't know what is. Both goaltenders keeping him in it.
It could be 6-5 at this point, 7-5. In the Bruins' favor. Both goaltenders extremely sharp to this point.
Bob Rouse drives it in. Backfoot Bourque. Winding up. Pulls it away from Leach. Starts it out. Now with Neely. All the way to Don Sweeney. Don Sweeney by Leach. Clears it in. Gianni covers for him. Bruins forecheck. Trying to get control. The Caps break it out. Joyce trying to move with it. Joyce pass stopped by Don Sweeney. Don Sweeney check broken up, and with it Rouse. Rouse check with it. Berglund broken up. Bruins break. Bourque a lead on the right for Neely. He can't quite reach it, and Leach gets it now. Tapped in by Rouse. Back for it. Bourque. 5 minutes left. Over the line, breaking Gianni. Gianni in. Shot. Save. Drop a shot. Save. As they caught a change there for Washington, and Langway cutting off Gianni, but he had a shot. Prop had a shot.
Excellent goaltending by Beaupre. He never went down on this one. Greg Gianni was hoping short side. Ray Bourque snaps it up to Prop. Prop finds Gianni. Gianni just a little delay play. Gianni's coming in. He's got Prop behind him. Langway can't afford. He tries that left leg shot. Doesn't get it. Prop can't pull him off the post.
4:52 left. Marvelous chances for the Bruins in their 11 shots in this period. Each team with 17. Carter taps it in deep. Rod Langway with it. Hunter is on, centering the line. Carpenter with Carter and Duras. Courtnall fires it all the way to Moog. Moog sweeps it around, intercepted by Courtnall to Hunter. Hunter wheels, block. Hunter puts it in front. Druce. Shot went wide off the side of the net. They came close. Carter just able to clear it out. The Caps are coming close at the Boston end, and each team with their chances. Peterson gets it out to Carter. Carter lost it. Druce checked by Carpenter. Carter back with Duras. They hustle in. Backward Johansson. Heavy hit by Carter. Langway gets the puck free, And away comes John Druce. Pass stopped by Beers. Pass stopped by Langway. Picked up by Hunter now, winding up. 1-0 Boston, the only score by Bob Carpenter in the second period. Hunter clearing it out. Carter clears it back in. Poulin line is out now for Boston. And back is Kelly Miller. He's been a standout player for the Caps. In the center ice. An errant pass. Back for Wesley. Miller after him. Around the boards. Bruins trying to come out. Can't do it. Caps keep it in. Ridley. Painter. His shot blocked in front. Poulin starts it out. Up for Burke. 2-on-2 with Christian over the line. Can't combine. And Ridley takes over. Painter hit there on Christian. They got tangled and bounced. There have been no power plays in the second period. Bork fires one up, blocked. Janney gets it over the line. Janney trying to move in. Blocked. Bruins keep it in. Christian at the line trying to keep it in. His pass up stopped. Kleinendorf away now to Pavanka. Fires it around the boards. Miller going for it. Broken up. And the Bruins start back. Janney. Christian over the line. Christian going deep on Rouse. Trying to put it in front. Don Sweeney was heading for the net. Couldn't get it. And it's cleared around the boards. Ridley racing for it. He's onside, they say. Checked by Bork. Broken up. Kept in by Rouse, the defenseman who moves in deep. Clears it around. Neely takes a hit from Stevens, but clears it out. May's pass back in the Boston zone. Taken over by Bork. 1-0 Boston. 2 minutes left, second period. Bruins clear it out. A hit by May on Don Sweeney. A steal by Janney on Rouse. Janney holding. Looking for some help. Gives it. Pass that is blocked wide. Janney. Big steal. Couldn't capitalize. Galley drifts one in and back for it. Stevens. 1-0 Boston. Bob Carpenter the lone scorer in the second period. Shots are 19 Washington, 17 Boston. Murray broken up. Neely trying to move with it. Bounces back to Wesley. Galley. Wesley again. Clear up for Neely. Neely over the line with Poulin. Going deep on Rouse. Taken down on the play. And the Caps come back. Stevens. But Portnow over the line. Broken up. And Poulin clears it out. A minute left here in the second period. Continuing action. Over the line comes Druce. Druce checked in the play. Stopped by Peterson. Puck to Boston's Doris, who clears it out. 1-0 Boston. Kleinendorf's pass stopped by Alan Peterson, who continues his fine play that he demonstrated in that Montreal series, especially game number 5.
Yep. A good, solid, stand-up hitting hockey. Right here, Craig Janney on a bouncing puck. Think he can't figure out what things are going. Doesn't get to the ice off Rouse. Puts the body on it. Get a little curl back. Wait for somebody to come. Don Sweeney's going to the net. Just can't get to the soft pass in time.
1-0 Boston. Second period, 49 seconds left. Berglund, Leach, and Joyce. Poulin with Carpenter and Doris. Change up by Mike Milbury. Different combination of players. The Bruins get the face-off. It's around to Peterson. Peterson can't clear it out. Driven back in for a save. Berglund, 55-footer, is on the corner. Bruins work it out. In the center ice comes Carpenter. Carpenter winding up, gives it to Bork. Bork over the line. The clear in wide. Beaupre stops it. Away from Doris. Puck kept in at the line by Peterson for Doris. Doris trying to move it up, and the Caps clear it out. Bork drops it in with 10 seconds left in the second period. Only goal by Bob Carpenter. Langway, long shot. That is it. That is the end of the second period, and that gives Washington another shot, but Langway's had 3 of them from center ice. And the shots are 20 Washington, 17 Boston 1-0 the Bruins. Intermission highlights in a moment.
Want to go one-on-one with the Bruins Cam Neely? You can use your body or use your head. Answer trivia questions from Cam Neely and other sports stars. For 95 cents a minute, call 1-976-FANS. It's fun. You could win some prizes, or would you rather lose some teeth?
Hey, buddy, you all right? You ready to go again? Come on.
Call 1-976-FANS now and win Bruins playoff tickets.
So the Bruins with a 1-0 lead now at the end of 2 periods of Game 2 for the Wales Conference Championship against the Washington Capitals. It was Bobby Carpenter's goal in the second period that accounts for that 1-0 lead. But Don Beaupré was just outstanding in goal for the Washington Caps in that second period. Randy Burge of the Bruins is Dave Shea's guest at the Garden. David?
All right, Tom, thank you. Randy Burge with me. And Randy, after looking at the way Game 1 went, I don't know if the fans, let alone the teams, can take a 7-game series under those conditions.
Oh, definitely not. We didn't come out that well in the first 2 periods, but, we were only 1 goal behind, and we came out flying in the third. We wanted to go at them, get it deep on their defense, and circulate down low and see what happened from there. And we ended up getting a few scoring opportunities.
When you say we, you mean we. You, Dave Poulin, and Dave Christian, the 3 of you. Well, you look like you've been playing together since training camp, although, it's been sporadic. Mike doesn't hesitate to change up, yet you guys have chemistry.
Oh, I really enjoy playing with those 2 guys. David Poulin's obviously really hot, and David Christian works so hard, and the 3 of us work well together down low. We always seem to know where each other is out there, and we realize that's what we want to do against this big defense, is get it down low and use our speed, and not just our line, but all the lines are thinking of doing that, and fortunately we ended up getting a goal right at the start of the third period.
Yeah, their defense, do they play it any differently than anybody else's defense? Do they play things a little wider or a little deeper?
I don't think that they play any different. They're just a little bigger, and then once they get a hold of you, you're stuck there. And so, you want to keep your legs moving at all times and try to stay away from them, keep the puck moving, and that's what we're trying to do out there. We realize once they do get a hold of you, you're just stuck right there.
Yeah, and their forwards are pretty much the same on the Boston defense in terms of trying to contain their forwards. They're pretty big up front, too, and once you think you have them wrapped up, they always seem to shake loose with the puck.
Yeah, their team, is pretty similar to our team. A team that wants to get the puck down low and grind it out, and they got the forwards that are going to do that out there. They got quick, speedy forwards, and they're a little rough on our defense last game, but hopefully we'll tighten up tonight.
A guy like John Druce is another example of how somebody comes out of nowhere during the playoffs and has a big, big postseason. Now that he's not a secret, Randy, do you guys have to afford him special attention that you would for the renowned goal scorers?
Well, I just think whatever line's out there against them, left winger or whoever it be on our penalty kill when he's on the power play, just sort of be a little more aware of him. We realize he is hot, and like last game he got a goal, but hopefully tonight we can shut him down. He's getting the puck and the puck's coming to him, so you just got to be a little more aware when he's out there.
How does it feel to face Liut again? You thought you were rid of him when he was traded out of Hartford.
He's a good goalie. He always plays good against us, but we just got to keep plugging him with shots, and hopefully they'll win.
All right, Randy. Good luck to you.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
Randy Burge, our guest, Tom.
Okay, David, thank you. It's the Bruins 1, Washington 0. That's through 2 periods of Game 2 at Boston Garden. I'll be back when Bruins hockey continues on your New England Sports Network.
Joe is really hopped up. Morgan's out of here. He'll miss the rest of this game.
If you can't be there, be here.
It's a hit. Run, Dewey, run. All right.
NESN, your ticket to the Boston Red Sox.
Are sending Quintana home. Here comes the throw to the plate, and not in time. He scores.
Maybe it's best I try to cross him up with a curveball or a changeup or something.
Curveball and strike 3 called.
There's a shot.
Angel Gonzalez goes left field. Going, gone. Home run for Gonzalez. Coverage of Pawtucket Red Sox baseball continues when the Paw Sox take to the field against the Toledo Mud Hens Thursday, May the 10th at 7, live on NESN.
So the Bruins will bring a 1-0 lead with them into the third period of tonight's game down at Boston Garden. They broke the scoreless tie 3 minutes and 23 seconds into the second period. Bobby Carpenter scored it. First of all, faked the slap shot as he broke down the left wing side and then gunned a shot by Beaupre. Beaupre will probably tell you that he should have had that shot. The goal by Carpenter then kind of opened things up in that second period. The Caps kind of cranked up the attack, which led to a great chance by Steve Leach and an outstanding save by Andy Moog that kept it 1-0. But there was a lot more offense in the game once Carpenter put that goal on the board. As the game opened up, though, it appeared that it was the Bruins best able to take advantage of it. They had some great chances to score. Craig Janney had one, came within a hair of giving the Bruins a 2-0 lead. A couple of minutes later, it might not have even been quite that long, Dave Poulin was eyeball to eyeball with Beaupre, and Beaupre won another battle. I mean, there was just wave after wave of Boston attackers who were coming in on Beaupre, and he managed to come out of it with a 1-0 deficit, which from a Washington's perspective is probably not all that bad. Let's go back to Boston Garden now. Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson.
Boston leads 1-0, and certainly the Caps had some chances there. Courtnall with a couple of good rushes, but he missed the net on his shot, so they were deflected wide. But for quality shots, the Boston Bruins looked like, I'd say about 5 or 6 of the 11 that they had in that second period. I mean quality, capital Q.
Yeah, well, you had the Washington Capitals kind of pressing the Bruins a little bit. So great flurries themselves. However, the puck bounced for the Bruins, and off they broke. They came out pretty strong. Craig Janney on a couple of occasions. Right here is one of them. Craig Janney coming down the left side. Now he's going to just kind of hold, fake the shot. Now he's going to the front of the net. Now Rouse is taking out Beaupre. Beaupre has nothing he can do but dive. Craig Janney just caught him on the right shoulder on the way down. John Carter never got to the rebound. He was looking for the pass.
Well, that's right. That was a 2-1. Janney with several breakups on Rouse, setting up opportunities. You think of Wesley moving in on the setup from prop, and then Carpenter with the score, the first shot the Bruins had in that second period.
Well, Bobby Carpenter, what he does is he's coming in. It's an isolated situation. He really has, you'd say you're dead. And there's the move that sprung it all loose. Nice little puck handling by Carpenter. The fake slap shot, right there. Johansson, I believe, went for him. Just Beaupre was screened just enough as he snapped off a quick wrist shot. Carpenter's always prepared to shoot, ready to shoot. So the Capitals know that, and they say, well, okay, Bobby winds up like that, he's going to shoot the puck. But he didn't. This time he just held it and went left, and boom.
It straightens up a defenseman,
doesn't it? Does. I don't know why, but you just tense up for the shot. You think, wow, you don't want to get it in the throat, but you're never going to get it there anyway. But you always tighten up when the shot comes.
But 1-0 does not seem secure at all for the Boston Bruins, even though they outplayed and had better shots on net in that second period. The Caps come back, bounce of the puck just right. Andy Moog, though, played an excellent game. He was tested along the way.
A superb hockey game thus far by Andy Moog, just Johnny on the spot, and the puck is bouncing for the Bruins. So you want to get that next goal. Boston gets that, and then Washington's really going to have to open up, and that's what's going to help the Bruins.
Cambridge, Steve Leach had a good scoring bid and a fine save by Andy Moog.
Leach coming down the right side, and he snaps his shot off. That's from a tough angle. That may very well have missed the net. Moog couldn't afford to let it go by, however. Got the blocker on it, knocked it down, but perfect example of the puck bouncing for Boston, but bounced past all the trouble, all the Washington players. Nobody got a handle to it, and Bruins end up grabbing it and run down the other end of the building.
Well, the same thing's going to happen this period. Washington's going to really press the defensemen up in. Bruins getting breakouts, getting chances. They better capitalize.
Well, I hope the same thing happens this period. You go in the dressing rooms, coaches just readjust certain things, and then the Bruins got to keep skating, keep shooting.
You like that capitalize when you're playing the Capitals? You haven't noticed that, Derek.
Fred, I tell you,
okay.
You're astounding.
Okay, 1-0 Boston after 2 periods. Here's Tom.
1-0 Bruins through 2 periods of play at Boston Garden, the Wales Conference Title Series, Stanley Cup semifinals, whichever you prefer. The winner of the series goes on to face either Edmonton or Chicago. Whichever of those two clubs comes out of the West, they're tied 1-1 after two games, that is. I'll be back in a moment as Boston Bruins hockey continues on your New England Sports Network. 1-0 Boston, end of 2 periods of play. The lone goal in the game in that second period scored by Bobby Carpenter. It was his 4th of the playoffs. Bob Beers had the assist on the Carpenter goal. Shots on goal, 12-11 Caps in that second period, but it was a matter of quality as opposed to quantity because the Bruins certainly had the better opportunities. By the way, the Red Sox won this afternoon 5-1 over the Oakland A's. Dwight Evans, a 3-run home run, broke open a tight ball game in the top half of the 8th inning. The Bruins 5-0 when they lead after 2 periods. Third period now, Fred and Dave and Derek.
All right, Tom, thank you. A couple of interesting notes from the intermission. The Washington Capitals, you'll have to excuse them if they're a little light sensitive to the eyes right now. They brought an air conditioner with them to cool down their room because the visitors' room at the Garden at this time of year, notoriously hot. Well, they blew a fuse and they sat in the dark in their dressing room for quite a bit of the intermission. They got the power back toward the end, so the eyes should be well adjusted.
They should know better than to overload the old Boston Garden like that.
The other was that Ray Borg did not come out with the team for the start of the third, but he just came out now, so forget I told you that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You could just kind of file that as unnecessary information.
Well, the other note is I almost had a hole-in-one on the member today. 17th hole, 135 yards.
What course?
1 foot away.
Figure out how much money.
And there were 80 playing. Think of how much money.
How much money that would have cost you.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta buy coffee for everybody.
Coffee and tea or Coke or
like
Pepsi. That would have cost an awful lot of money, but a foot away. Did you ever get a hole-in-one?
No, never. No, I see people all the time get them. 32 handicap, rolling a 5-wood or something. I'm sick.
Closest I ever came was playing in the Pro Celebrity at the Atlanta Golf Classic about 12 years ago, playing with Lou Graham. I was hitting the ball miserably. 8th hole, par 3. I hit an 8-iron, 6 inches behind the hole. Unfortunately, I don't put bite on my ball, or I might have gotten it. It just sat right there.
I never even came close.
Set to go in the third period. Once again, Mike Milbury starts the line of Bob Sweeney, Greg Hogwood, and Byers against the checking line of the Capitals. They start each period in the game with Murray, Kyprios, who's led them in shots on net with 4, and May. Now they're making a change. And Langway rushes. Fires one high. Caught by Moog, dropped for Bork. Tipped out by Boston. It's going to be icy. Klein endorsed back. And
Greg Hogwood just tried to touch that out into neutral ice, but this brand new ice, the Bork clearer had such steam on it that there's no way Hogwood could slow it down enough.
Well, you're in that spot too. You want to make sure it gets out. You soften it too much and it stays in, you're in a ton of trouble. So take the face off, take the icing.
Terry Murray started that checking line, and May went off immediately. He was trying to get somebody on against Hogwood. Maybe Courtnall or Bruce on that side.
Right. Courtnall was the only one that got over the side. Bruce didn't get on in time to create the mismatch.
And the face-off. Christian on it, but it's back. Shot deflected wide from the point. And a rebound by Courtnall, deflected wide. Behind the net, taken by Christian. 2 bids there by Kleinendorst and Courtnall. Christian fires in the Washington end. Christian, who has been flying in this series, back for Bork. Bork in deep on the boards. Burridge trying to make the play. Hits McCrary with a clear in. Coolin taken to the boards by Hunter. Christian digs it free. Courtnall able to get it. Can't move it out. Now he does. A high stick. He batted it, but it's taken by Bork, so they wave off a call. And Coolin back for Burridge. Can't control it. Langway to clear out. Block. Burridge, Christian. The flip in. Lines are changing. Carpenter, only goal of the game. Forecheck in deep on Stevens. And Langway winding up now. Carpenter after him on the other end. And into center ice, it deflects back for Don Sweeney. Sweeney, Carter, Galley. Up now for Duras. Carpenter over the line. Shot. Save. Beauclair puts that on the corner with a drive from 55 feet. A steal by Duras. He keeps it in. Duras for Carpenter. For Carter. Shot blocked. as Murray went down and Craig Carter a great chance there. In deep, Rouse is checked on the plate. Duras battling for it, and Carter in deep. Down goes Murray. Murray trying to tie it up. And he face-off called to the right of Beaupre. 1-0 Boston, third period on NESN. John Carter's shot blocked in front.
Right here, good hustle by Peter Duras. Gets it to Carpenter, shovels it to Carter. There's the save by Murray. He got the right leg on it.
Carpenter, Carter, Duras stay out there. Don Sweeney and Galley. 1-0 Boston. 2 minutes played. Ridley and Carpenter. Carpenter moves for the net, and a shot and a save by Beaupre. Moved right in off the faceoff. Around the boards, rolls back to the Boston end. Back is Don Sweeney. Trying to clear it. Can't do it. Ridley kept it in. From Miller. Miller now back is Boston. Carter, the speed. He breaks it out. He gains the line. He's trying to cut in. He's ridden off by Rouse. Miller winding up with Stevens. Scott Stevens in the center ice. Allowed to penetrate. Bruins fall back, and his shot is deflected wide. Rebound. Boston trying to clear it. It deflects into the stands. The faceoff in the Boston zone. Shots are even. 20 apiece to this point.
That's not a lot of shots for the excitement that we've seen. Right there, excellent Bobby Carpenter. Gets a little double shuffle, quick shot away.
John Carter rushed there. Bob Rouse, I think, surprised John by giving him the inside, and Carter figured he was going to have to go around him.
Well, what you have planned, you have that move planned. I'm going to take you inside and come back. When the defenseman gives you inside, you come right back to him. Thank you very much. He says, I got you down. John Carter, next time coming down on him, is going to have to, if he gives him the inside, take it. Go for it.
Janney and Hunter. It's back for Kleinendorf's the shot. Caught by Mold. Drops it. Plays it to the corner. Droops in on Prop. Now Wesley trying to come out. In the center ice. Checked all the way and stopped by Hunter. Kleinendorf stopped by Prop. Neely. Janney. Janney walking in. Back to Neely. Score! Neely from Janney to make it 2-0 Boston. And Prop and Hunter all tangle up.
They're not going to nullify this goal, are they?
No, it's up on the board. Sweet. Nice soft pass. And Cam, all he did was just redirect it. He didn't even shoot it. He just redirected it.
Right there to Neely now. Just a little touch shot. The penalties came after the whistle.
Yeah, you're like the hockey Swami. Did you write this down before? Yeah. You said the next goal would be Neely for Prop and Wesley, huh?
We got a stat sheet up here from period to period. I didn't get the right assist. I was going to put Janney, but wrote down Neely. That's a superstition of mine. Write down the next goal.
Well, for those of you who like to go by the numbers, the Bruins are 5-0 this postseason when leading after the second period. That's a big goal, the way this game has been played out.
What a game Craig Janney has played.
Unbelievable.
He's been stealing pucks and moving in and making passes, and that one was just gorgeous as he looked up, and Neely just had to redirect it.
A little casual, I'll say. Cam Neely, I think, would have liked it back. Put a little more on it.
I'm amazed, how slowly he guided that one in. At the Boston end, Peterson, check. Penalty coming on Lyndon Byers. A power play for Washington. 2-0 Boston, third period on NESN. Lyndon Byers out, and Boston shorthanded. This is the fourth Washington power play, and there were none called in the second period.
Right here is Lyndon Byers coming in on his man. All that is, take the body. He's the last one to touch the puck.
Cam Neely.
That was marginal.
Craig Janney and Brian Propp. Around the boards, Propp trying to clear it out. Checked by Stevens. Behind the net. Bork going for it. Up for Poulin. He is ridden off. Puck kept in by Johansson. Over to Stevens. Stevens across for a quick shot. Blocked by Peterson on Joyce. Kept in. Joyce. Good cut. Trying to put it in front. Gets it now to Ridley. Ridley fell down. Broken up. Poulin clears it out. Ridley just fell down with nobody near him. 1:18 left on the Washington power play. 2-0 the Bruins. Cam Neely a goal in the third period. Beautiful passing from Janney. Stevens wraps it in. Around the board. Bounces. Carpenter gets it free and clears it.
What a game Bobby Carpenter has played.
Back now, Johansson wraps it in. Bounces to Neely, to Don Sweeney, trying to get away. Check. Can't clear it out. Now it deflects off a cap. Pavanka into the stands, and the faceoff is outside the line. 49 seconds left on the power play for Washington. 15:35 left in period number 3. 2-0 Boston.
Andy Van Hellemond, the backup referee tonight, just in case something happens to that man, Bill McCreary.
Right here, Scott Stevens, nice play in. Poulin almost picks it off. Tough angle. Right there. Well, Peterson probably got a piece of that.
Alan Peterson's been a big factor tonight in the defensive end. He has played outstanding.
Great hockey.
Pavanka centers Druce and Courtnall with Painter, who did not dress in the first game. Played very little for the Caps all season. Puck driven in. Moog trying to clear it himself. Can't do it. Stopped by Courtnall off wing side. Courtnall gets it back. Right point, left point. Painter tees it up. Deflected by Carpenter into the stands, and the faceoff will be just inside the blue line as Carpenter moved right on top of Kent Painter.
Bobby Carpenter had visions of going down to block that. However, he was on the left-hand side. He would have had to go face first. Not a wise decision.
No.
So he elected to go with the... He said, I'm going to go down. Let's get the stick there anyway. Well, the stick's good enough. I mean, you know, you wipe your mouth out of teeth. You're gone if you go down too early at the face first.
Boston has goals by Bob Carpenter and Cam Neely. Carpenter's 4th overall series goal, Cam Neely's number 9. And now Ridley out there centering Druce and Courtnall with Painter and Rouse. Carpenter knocks it outside the line. Painter winding up. 25 seconds left on the power play. Rouse. Knocked down by Carpenter. Carpenter breaks, shorthanded. Fires one high on Beaupre, well out of the net. Fired that from center ice. 12 seconds on the power play. At the Boston line, Carpenter back to clear it away. Up on his feet is Byers. And he is out. Bruins kill off the power play. It might have been one shot. Caps back over the line. May with Ridley, but in deep. Bork clears it around. And Lyndon Byers still out there. Fires it across to Don Sweeney. Don Sweeney moves it in. Checked by Langway. Fights for deep. Langway wraps it around. Moving for it. Galley way in. Galley trying to cut in. Broken up. Winding up is Rob Murray. Ices it. If the Bruins get there, nearly back, and 14-12 left third period. 2-0 Boston. Back in a moment. Face off now to the left of goaltender Beaupre, and what a job Bob Carpenter has done. Scoring a goal, and his penalty killing has been superb. Bob Beer started out. Now they stay with Galley, and the draw goes to Kleinendorf. propped right on top of him. Puck is up into center ice for Langway. Broken up with a Janney. Prop open. Neely, shot, save. Score! Janney on the rebound! Janney from Neely to make it 3-0 Boston.
How Craig Janney got to that puck, I'll never know. Right down below us, he steals it. Right from Rod Langway. He is so adept at stealing pucks. Young players play because Craig Janney, when he does is he thinks that's his puck. Bangs it off the boards. Now it's a 3-on-1 in tight. Fake slap back to Neely. Great save. He stays with it. Bango.
Craig got that one up.
There's the fake shot. Wait for Neely. Got Neely. There's the save. Now Beaupre's at Janney's mercy. Believe me, you do not have very much to see when you're standing up to the side of the net like that. Those posts look awful big.
Ray Bourque back for it. Now to Peterson. Can't set up Christian, or Wesley trying to set him up. It's all the way into Beaupre. Around the boards, a brilliant goal by Janney on the rebound of a Neely shot. And the Bruins pass out here, and high stick call, not a penalty, and a face-off call. That goal, Janney from Neely, 3-0 Boston.
Remember, fans, you can still be a part of the Bruins playoff run this season by ordering the 1990 official Bruins playoff collection. T-shirts and sweat tops of your favorite Bees can now be yours by calling 1-800-344-PLAY. T-shirts are $14.95. The sweat tops $24. Please add $3.50 for shipping and handling. That's the 1990 Bruins playoff collection. Call 1-800-344-PLAY today.
A little frog in the throat. Though.
Oh, yeah. I something.
You gotta quit chewing the candies.
Oh, why don't you bring a garbage bag of these things in with you?
Right here. Janney, a little fake. He's got a ton of time. He waits, gets Neely set up perfect. Excellent save by Beaupre. Janney stays with it. Now, you're not going to beat me with your arm this time. Got it up over. A little giggle from Janney.
Janney, a goal and an assist. The same for Neely. 13:30 left. Period number 3. Poulin knocked down. Wesley hit in deep by Courtnall. Bourque trying to move it out. Can't do it. Bruce keeps it in. Baez in a screen, and Courtnall couldn't get the rebound. Bruins. Christian breaks it out. Christian on Stevens over the line, penetrates, trying to shove it in front for Bourque. Couldn't do it. Ooh, Christian hit hard in deep around the boards. Hunter breaks it out with Stevens. Play offside. It was broken up by Don Sweeney. He handled a couple of Cap players there with solid defensive work at the blue line.
It's called standing up and not giving the blue line away. He backed in a little bit. He had to respect the number of Capitals coming down on him, but he knew no one was going to beat him outside. He was close enough to the boards and the puck carrier. He didn't have to give the blue line away. He waits for the outside move, a little poke check.
The Bruins with 5 shots in the third period, and Washington 2, and Washington had the power play, and the Bruins have 2 goals.
It's okay with me.
Washington is rolled up its sleeves now. They're going to hit anything that moves, trying to make something happen to the offensive end. And they're going to leave Don Beaupre on his own the rest of the way.
Bob Sweeney out there with Byers and Hoggood. Hoggood at left wing. Pavanka with Berglund on the left and Leach on the right. Leach hasn't played that much. Now that we think about the lineup, nor has Berglund played that much. He's at center. Bruins work it out carefully. Hoggood flips it in. Byers hustles in. Can't get it. Bruins steal. Hoggood. Hoggood closing. Byers. Save. Beaupre. Oh, great chance for Hoggood. In the center ice comes Pavanka. Pass broken up by Galley. Bruins get back. Hoggood gives it to Galley. Galley clears it up. Now Leach winding up. Leach to Stevens with Johansson. The defense breaks. Johansson is shot. Blocked. Hoggood trying to come back. Clears it to center ice. Boy, that was the 2 Washington Cap defensemen leading the attack. Galley intercepts this clear out. in the center ice. Off for Carpenter. Carpenter over the line with Duras. Duras closing. Tough angle shot right on. Rebound. And Carter went high. He got the rebound right in front. Berglund trying to come out. Check. Peterson gives it off now to Beers. Duras for Beers. Up down for Carpenter. Carter on the go. Check. Pulls it. Wheels it. Gives it to Beers. Beers in front. Deflected wide. Carter able to keep it in for Duras. Duras hit by Kleinendorf. Carpenter in there banging around. Carter. Bruins are all on the board. And Duras keeps it in. 11-18 left, third period. 3-0 Boston. Carpenter, Neely, and Janney the goal. Kyprios. A clear in. Moe trying to clear it around. Neely gets it. Janney coming. Drop on the far side. 3 caps of that. Janney skates for the open. Hold. Broken up by Stevens. Oh, he almost got him beat, but Stevens down on the ice. Made a good play, and back come the Caps. Over to Ridley. Ridley checked on the play. And the Bruins started out. Bork with Neely. With Janney. Off for Janney. He's in again. The shot. Short side save by Beaupre. As Janney went in. Neely keeps it in. Neely can't get the shot away. In the center ice, Bork control. 3-0 Boston. 10:30 left. Third period. Neely drops it over the line. Boston. Mike Belbury making a change. Druce looking for Joyce. Doesn't work. Back for it, Bob Beers. Good pass to Christian. Christian over the line. Burridge into the corner. Checked by Johansson. They battle for it. And Langway digs it out. Checked immediately. Burridge near the net. In front for Poulin. He couldn't reach it. Poulin chops it in deep. Behind the net. Intercepted by Langway. Can't move out on Burridge or Poulin. And it's deflected into the stands. 9:50 left. Third period. 3-0 Boston. At the Boston Garden on NESN.
In baseball, if you trade it today, you're playing somewhere else tomorrow. I know. I've played for the Twins, the Rangers, the Angels, and then some. And when you've got to move fast, you can't worry about selling your house. I let the Century 21 people worry about that. I trust them. And nobody works harder. Hey, I love Century 21. Bert, you got a second? I just wish I wasn't such a good customer.
Boston up to 25 shots, 6 in this period. Washington 22, 2 in this period. And 2 of the 6 by Boston goals by Cam Neely and Craig Janney. They assisted each other. Klopp helped out on the first one. Bob Carpenter, the earlier scorer. Tainter trying to come out. Moves it up on the right. Breaking center ice is Berglund. Stop. Puck cleared away. And back for it now is Kleinendorf. 9:30 left. Third period. Boston 3 and the Caps nothing. Kleinendorf. Intercepted. Poulin set that up for Christian. Christian is knocked down on the play. Poulin gets it now to Burridge. Burridge drops it over the line. Christian can't make the play. And the Caps forced to just clear it out. Ray Bork fires it back in on Beaupre, and the Bruins hadn't cleared the zone. 9:06 left, third period. 3-0 Boston.
Well, that man can't be faulted for any of the goals, really. Maybe Carpenter's that he got fooled out a little bit, but he has been outstanding tonight.
Well, you can't blame him for Carpenter. It's just it was a... When you get a goaltender moving, Dave, he really has very little left in his defense. He snapped out the leg too late. It's a great play by Carpenter. Don Beaupre just played a fantastic game, and this score would be well beyond this. So's Andy Moe on the other side of the fence. Goaltending's been superb.
Murray out there with May and Kyprios. Sweeney, Byers, and Hogwood. And Mike Milbury has matched that line. And this is the intimidating line for the Caps. Bork clears it away. But Kyprios has chipped in with 4 shots. Stevens rushing. Broken up by Peterson. Rouse hammers it in all the way around the board. Hard hit, going for it. Murray in the corner. He's hit by Bork. Rolls in front, and the Bruins get it. Byers out. Byers with Hogwood. Hogwood rushing over the line with Byers. In for Byers. He can't put it on net. He was checked. Around the board, Hogwood. Bob Sweeney. Back for Hogwood. Shot. Save. Outlay. And Galley keeps it in. Rob Murray checked on the play, but they get it out into center ice to Rouse. Rouse, long shot, blocked immediately at the line by Don Sweeney. Don Sweeney able to clear it in the Cap zone. 8 minutes left, third period, 3-0 Boston. Caps with 2 shots in this third period, and they had a power play. At the Boston line, Galley breaks it out. Langway clears it in from Miller. Miller knocked for Joyce. Shot. Save ball. That's Joyce. Joyce had the best setup as he fired from 20 feet. And Andy Moog made the stop. 3-0 Boston, third period at the Garden on NESN. Yeah. Repeat.
What? NESN's coverage of the Red Sox takes off in May. Catch the Sox in action against the best of the AL West, including games against Bo Jackson and the Royals.
Langway, a shot, a great stop, and the screen by Moog on Langway. And Duras comes back. Carter crisscrossing. Carter a shot wide. Rebound. Wesley can't get it, but Carpenter covered behind him. Chops it up to center ice. Duras there. Now Wesley takes over for Bob Beers to clear out. They wave off icing, saying that Langway could have gotten it. He does now. 7:19 left, third period. 3-0 Boston. A couple of great stops by Andy Moog. Here comes John Bruce over the line. He whips it off. A blocker save and a high drive by Bruce. Boy, what a shot he's got. Joyce keeps it in. Now checked on the board. And Neely clears it out. Carpenter, Neely, Janney, the goal scorers. 3-0 Boston. Bork controlling. For Janney. For Neely, rather, in the center ice. Play broken up. Kropp checks it. Loose puck. Bounces for Kleinendorst. He wheels it in. Back for Peterson. Peterson checked. Gets away from Hunter. Wraps it around the boards. Neely trying to move it out. Fires it out. No icing, and the Bruins change up. Painter comes back. Tipped in by Courtnall. Back foot, Don Sweeney. Good move away from Courtnall. In the center ice. Bounces over the Washington line. Burridge there. All the way across for Don Sweeney. A shot right on. A save. Oakley. He hit plenty on that. And Pavanka breaks. Into the open over the line. Shot blocked by Galley. 6 minutes left. Burridge is back. All alone. Looking for some help. Gives it now to Galley. Don Sweeney is shot. Save. Oakley knocks it wide. 5:50 left. Third period. 3-0 Boston. Poulin back in for Burridge, who has been knocked down. He's back up. He's knocked down again. Miller trying to come out. Up the boards. Stevens has to wind up and cleared it out, but right on the stick of Wesley. Burridge drops it over the line, and Mike Milbury makes a change. 5:20 left, third period. Leach trying to move in. Christian gets it outside the line, now back over the line, and the play is offside. 28 shots Boston and 25 for the Caps. They had some threats, the Caps. Their best chance by Bob Joyce, as we have some jousting now.
Well, Stevens took exception to Bob Sweeney playing hockey and bumped him. Now Scott Stevens down 3-0, just frustrated.
Calle Johansson's the only guy that hasn't bumped Sweeney now.
Yeah. What a great hockey player Scott Stevens is.
Well, the guy's feeling a little better along the bench.
Yeah, you don't want to get silly at this point.
Don Sweeney played some of his best hockey of his career in this postseason. Tonight he's had an outstanding effort.
Yeah, playing real well. Skating when Don, much like Glenn Wesley, when the two are skating, they just so much starts to happen. Right here, Don Sweeney steps in, times it coming off the boards, get a great shot away. Opry, gets to see it all the way. Eat those alive.
Boston 9 shots in this third period. Very early, a couple of goals. One by Cam Neely, set up by Prop and Janney, and the other, the rebound of a Neely shot. Janney put it home. Rob Murray, Bob Sweeney out. 2 minutes each for roughing. The Caps, Terry Murray, the coach, expects to have Dino Ciccarelli, top goal-scoring threat forward, and Kevin Hatcher, who might well be their best defenseman if Scott Stevens isn't.
I think Scott Stevens is right there in that league, no doubt about it.
And he expects them back. Ray Bourque to Peterson. That for Bourque. Some puck control. Peterson to Poulin to clear in from the red line. Byers hustles in. Langway able to get it. Byers checks him, breaks him up, gives it to Harper, and he can't get the shot away. At center ice, Peterson knocked it away, intercepted by Pavanka. Pavanka over the line, pass blocked. Poulin back to get it. Shot, save! But Pavanka's backhand by Moe. Moe, a great step on Kiprios. Marvelous. Goaltending by Andy Moe.
Jeff Courtnall, Lyndon Byers tied up. No, it wasn't Courtnall.
That's May.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you it makes good sense to drink responsibly. Know when to say when. And by your New England area Century 21 offices. Put your trust in #1, Century 21. And by Nissan, building cars for people who want more than just a means of getting from here to there. Nissan, built for the human race. And by Sullivan Tire Family Car Care Centers, because family spirit is what Sullivan is all about. And by Blue Cross Blue Shield, the best when you need it most.
Alan Peterson limped off. He cannot put any pressure on this leg. What a tough customer. He's the one that came up with the expression farm tough. I said, what's that mean? He goes, well, he said, you got the North 40, you still got to plow it. You got to get up and go to work every day, injured or not. Right there, he comes back on his leg. That could be his knee.
4:37 left. Carpenter wins the draw, knocks down Hunter for good measure. Galley in the center ice, and Carter is checked. Loose puck. Carpenter trying to move it in. Checks Painter. Gives it to Duras. Duras behind the net. Trying to put it in front of Beaupre. Able to tie it up. And a face-off now. Cam Neely, a goal and an assist tonight. He has 9 goals overall and 11 assists for a total of 20 points. He's right in the top in the overall scoring. Hunter trying to stir things up. Craig Janney now has 2 goals, 16 assists, 18 points. Here's Duras scoring.
Peter's an unlikely fight candidate. You realize this is only the 2nd fight that a Bruin player has been in the postseason? Bob Sweeney got the other fighting major. Bob Rouse is a tough customer.
Duras and Rouse. They'll be going out with 4:22 left, third period, 3-0 Boston.
Peter Duras is also a tough customer. Fights a lot better than people give him credit to. Plays hockey more often than not. Bob Rouse, the bigger of the two.
Here's Painter and Carpenter. Wow. Well, there's nothing left for Washington but to do this. Maybe get a power play, maybe injure a player. And Painter and Carpenter were the original combatants.
Donnie Sweeney getting in.
Well, Dave Schultz is back.
Don Sweeney grabbed Painter.
Hockey had avoided this.
Don Sweeney, great upper body strength, won that wrestling match. Now he's got him in a basic World Federation Wrestling hold. So Painter's not going to do much.
Berglund and Carpenter go out. Well, if you're Washington, what else is left?
Not much. What you try to do here, 4 minutes left, you know you're not going to win a hockey game. You say, okay, establish some kind of intimidation. But what I've found over the years, what it does, we used to do it to the Montreal Canadiens. They'd get pumped for the game. So, in the Stanley Cup, there's too much on the line.
The Bruins battlers were Don Sweeney, Gary Galley, John Carter, Bob Carpenter. They were the players on the ice. Galley is out. Carpenter is in the penalty box. Bob Sweeney. And very alertly, Mike Milbury has been playing the Bob Sweeney and the Byers. And the line...
Not that they can play hockey as well, but you got to counter what Washington's doing. All they're doubling back is Kyprios and Malin May. They're doubling back their goons looking to run, trying to hit somebody. Hopefully you don't get one of your number players getting injured. Right here, Peter Durst going to the back of the net. He tries to come in on Hunter. A good, solid hit. That's clean hockey. Peter Durst accepts it. Okay, the puck is frozen. Dale Hunter starts it after that.
Well, Bill McCreary can make a lot of room in the penalty boxes if he hands out fives to everybody. With 4:22 left in regulation,
give everybody all to the room. Send them all to the room.
Well, in the game, Washington's had 4 power plays. The Bruins have killed them off very effectively. And Boston's had 2 power plays. So it hasn't been that type of game until 4:22 left. Mike Milbury pointing out something from behind the Boston bench. The total shots of 28 Boston, 27 for Washington, and the Boston goal scorers Bob Carpenter in the second period, Cam Neely and Craig Janney in the third.
Rod Langway standing there waiting for all this to settle itself as captain of the Washington Capitals.
Things had calmed down, and suddenly Carpenter and Painter were going in.
What Bobby Carpenter did was handling the puck, and he was going to try to slide one in the empty net.
And some debris thrown on the ice.
Don Beaupre taking cover underneath the cage. If people are going to be throwing stuff, he said, I might as well get somewhere where I can
One night we were in New York. Similar situation happened. Somebody from the third balcony threw a padlock down, just missed Jerry Cheevers. Him and I went inside the mesh, sat there. Safest place in the building, the only way we could be covered.
Through a padlock?
Yeah, big fence. Big padlock.
Doris will get up and say something after the whistle to Hunter, and that's when they started pushing and shoving.
He didn't say anything. What Hunter did was cross-check him, give him a little shove from behind, like, how did you like that? Peter Durst not afraid of anybody, turned around, and then Hunter started the glove in the face, and they went at it from there. But it was Hunter after he makes a clean check, frozen puck, leave it there.
Well, Carpenter went to the dressing room, and Doris is going to the dressing room.
Peter Durst, the first fight of the playoffs.
Alan Peterson testing his leg.
He wants to see if that knee's all right.
What Alan Peterson has done is become physical, and of course a big guy. He did in the Montreal series, and he has continued it here. And that's a big addition to the Boston. Takes a load off Raymond Bourque.
What Peterson does very well is he doesn't give the blue line away. A lot of people, if you're going to knock Peterson, they say, well, he's not a very pretty skater. And he's not. I'll tell you that first off. But he's very effective. He plays his position extremely well. He doesn't waste steps. He is not a puck carrier. He's not going to lug it out for you. He makes the play, gains center ice line, dumps it in. But Alan Peterson, when he's on that defense, he stands you up, and you're going to get hit. You go in a corner, very rarely do you come out of one with the puck. And that's what he adds. He adds a lot of solid defense.
Well, at Game 5 against Montreal, he was taking the Lemieux's tough wingers, going right in, banging with them in the corner, which is exactly what Boston needed.
Peterson plays well when he has confidence, and that confidence, no matter who you are, is a fleeting thing. It comes and goes.
What do you want to bet these are matching penalties?
Somehow they'll all add up even. Although Painter was the only Capital to go to the dressing room.
Carpenter.
Carpenter and Duras. I mean, for Washington. Boston has lost 2 for...
No, Roche has gone 2. Roche got in, and he was banished before the Carpenter thing started.
Gotcha.
Well, you ever wonder how they sort those gloves out? That's why trainers put numbers on them, like little kids lose their gloves, lose your mittens. Here's your number. Match the numbers and give them back to you. One left, one right hand.
You couldn't have idiot gloves, you know, where the string goes underneath the sleeve and down the other.
No, not allowed.
Well, hockey generally has avoided this throughout the year. The wild scenes, the brawls, the pulling, the tugging, the mauling, the jousting. But a wild scene. Now, you would figure that the Bruins would not start it. I don't know who started it, but I mean, why would the Bruins? They're ahead 3-0. So you go to Washington.
Started it, and that was went from there. And then Rouse got involved. And
Number 21, Steve Leach, 2 minutes for roughing.
Try and sort it out here.
32, Dale Hunter, 2 minutes for roughing.
Joel Perlmutter with the
Number
long
34,
list.
Kent Painter, a 10-minute misconduct penalty.
Painter gets misconduct.
For Boston. Number 16, Peter Duras, 5 minutes for fighting. Number 28, Gary Galley, 2 minutes for roughing. And number 32, Don Sweeney, 2 minutes for roughing. Penalties are at 15 minutes, 38 seconds. 15-38.
Well, the Bruins ended up short-handed. No, excuse me, it's the...
Washington. Dale Hunter, the original.
Hunter, right.
Well, the way the Washington power play has been working, that might be an advantage.
Oh, they've got it, yeah. Oh, you mean the penalty killing outplays their... Possibly.
Tim Berglund just assumed he was getting a penalty. He's been sitting in the box. They had to come over and tell him, you don't have a penalty.
Nah, you didn't do anything. Go ahead.
Well, an extra 2 minutes to the Bruins. And they are short-handed. Wait a minute. Hold it.
Hunter.
It is Hunter getting the penalty. I'm sorry. And a power play for Boston. Their third of the game. Hunter gets the extra 2. Neely out there with Janney. Prop. It is back to Hogwood. Wraps it up. Blocked. And away comes Miller. Miller coming on board. Check. Keeps it in. Broken up. Janney starts it off. Out of board. Power play for Boston. It is Hunter who got the extra 2. There was a 32 up there, and that's Don Sweeney's number. Indeed, Prop trying to keep it in. Goes back to Bork, and he missed it. Checked at the line by Ridley. 3-0 Boston. Janney back over the line on Langway. Able to keep it in deep. Neely going against Bruce. Neely kicks it free. Goes into Prop. Prop holds it. Check. Hogwood kept it in for Janney. Bork off for Neely. Off wing side. Well, Janney a shot off the side of the net. Or maybe Beaupre got a piece of it. Neely in for Janney. Janney broken up on the play. And Bruce against Bork. Short-handed. Bork takes it away. Back comes Poulin. Power play Boston. Shot wide. Rebound Christian. Clears it in deep. Tavarka. Checked by Burridge. Johansson trying to clear it. Beers kept it in. A long tip. Burridge couldn't pull it in. What a save by Beaupre on the rebound. As Burridge tried to wrap it home after Beers fired in.
And he had 3 tries at that. The deflection and then 2 rebounds. He'll be thinking about those tonight. How can you ask for a better setup?
Here's the shot from Beers. He tips it, blocks it, misses it, shoves it once. Got it the second time. Beaupre doesn't know if he's got it either. Just a little quick peek.
Boy, that's encouraging to see that Beers shot. He is an offensive type player.
Watch Bork on John Druce right here. Now he's going to try the little tuck. Yeah, sure, next week. You know, Bobby Orr did that so well. He turned, he didn't back up on you. He faced you like this. Ray just not, he can slide his feet forward or back and take that slide through away from you.
Left point. Shot in, deflected by Burridge as Wesley drove it in. Locked and cleared. And the power play just about up. 3-0 Boston. Burridge winding up. 2:20 left, third period. Wesley clears. Full strength now. The Caps. Poulin gets it out to Burridge with Christian. 3 Caps are back. And he plays it over the line, and Mike Milbury makes a change. 29 shots, Boston, 28. Washington, 3-0 the Bruins. Leinendorf drops it in. Bork intercepts for Peterson. Up in the center ice, breaking Carter. Bob Sweeney hits for the net. Can't get the pass. Blocked there by Johansson. Fought for in deep. Around the boards. Bruins trying to keep it in. Byers out there with Carter, Bob Sweeney. 1:35 left. Third period. 3-0 Boston. Bork flips it back in. Softly. Bob Sweeney hustles in. Puts it near the net. Blocked. Carter with it. Taken to the board. Broken up. Puck cleared out. Bork with it. 1:20 left. Byers over the line. Byers forced wide. Clears it in. Shots are deceptive. 29 Boston, 28 Washington. Byers takes down Kyprios. Comes back and fires one on Beaupre with a minute left in the third period. 3-0 Boston. A steal by Jerry and Langway. And he shot it wide. Dropped a shot and missed. Jerry took it away from Langway and walked in. And missed the net. Jerry has a goal and an assist. Pavanka clears it out. Wesley blocks it. Prop clears it in. 38 seconds left. Stevens starts it out. Now to Pavanka. Pavanka over the line for Joyce, too far. Moe blocks it around the board. And with it, Neely. Neely to Janney. 20 seconds left. Janney drops it in. 15 seconds left. Fans on their feet as it's 3-0 Boston. Poulin trying to check it. And away comes Joyce. Shot wide. A long rebound. Knocked back in. The game is over. A shutout for Andy Moe. He handled 28 shots. The Bruins with 30 and 3 goals. And the Bruins go up 2-0 in the series as they beat Washington by a score of 3-0.
Great goaltending by that man right there, Don Beaupre and Andy Moog. Andy Moog gets the shutout. Big win, 2-0 lead in the series. It'll be a physical series in Washington.
Well, the Bruins play so well on the road, have all year, and they'll be in Washington. The action on
Gary Galley.
TV 38 on Monday night.
Played well with a bad knee. Val Peterson's knee's fine. John Sweeney played great.
And Janney could have had a hat trick or more.
Could have had a mittful.
He put on a show tonight at the Garden. Boston 3, Washington nothing. We'll have the recap in a moment.
So Game 2 of the Wales Conference Championship Series is done. Final score, Boston Bruins 3, Washington Caps nothing. The series stands Boston 2, Washington nothing. And this is NESN's Bruins Instant Replay. Hello again, everybody. I'm Tom Larson, and in a moment, Dave Shea will be talking with Bobby Carpenter, one of the heroes of the Bruins win, and we'll have the full game highlights coming up. Let's go straight down to the Garden now. Dave Shea and Bobby Carpenter. David?
All right, Tom, thank you. Not only does he get the game-winning goal, but he's also the object of Washington's affection once again. Bob Carpenter, you were a wanted man there in the closing minutes.
Yeah, that's the way things go. Is they get a little frustrated, and you know, we got to make sure we stand up to that. And we did a very good job of it. It was real good to see.
Yeah, there was no question that Washington's game plan tonight was to come out, take the body as much as possible, try to get you people off your game, but you hung tough until you could open it up.
We played a good game. We had a couple breakdowns, but other than that, we really hung it strong. We really controlled the game, and we had a lot of chances. Gee, we could have really broke it open a few times, but the goalie played pretty good for them.
Yeah, Don Beaupre came up with, I would say on Craig Janney, he must have come up with 4 or 5 on Janney alone. You beat him in the second period. It was the only goal of the period. It turned out to be the winning goal in the hockey game, Bob. Can you describe it a little bit as you remember it?
Well, I remember Bearsy gave me the pass, and then I come in up through the middle, and I faked the slap shot, and they were really backed up, so I knew I had time to make the move. When he stood up, I just walked around and tried to get it on net, and he overplayed it.
Yeah, we're going to get a look at it again from another angle. It appeared that maybe Beaupre was fooled a little bit by the speed of the shot.
Yeah, I didn't get much on it because as I pushed it ahead, I reached out a little too far ahead. And it bounced, looked like it bounced over his stick, and then, oh well.
Hey, you don't care how they go in, do you?
No, not at all.
You played an extremely inspired game tonight. We expected that you'd be pumped up going against your former club and all. But you're playing some of your best hockey of the season. Forget about just the postseason, the entire season.
It's been a good year. It's been a great year, and I've really enjoyed it and been on top of it. And things seem to be going well. Everyone's having a lot of fun, and there's no problems when you're winning.
No, the world is right when you're on top. The penalty killing, Bob, as a team, outstanding, tops in the National Hockey League and Stanley Cup play. Your play on the penalty killing unit has been flawless.
Well, I think we've been very quick. We've been very quick to the puck. We haven't given time to set up, and whenever there's a loose puck, we've always make sure we have our guy there. We've been beating the other teams to the puck, and we just want it a little bit more.
When you look at this Washington club playing without Cicerelli, playing without Hatcher, as a club, Bob, do you have a tough time getting as pumped up for them, knowing they're missing, than you would if they were ready to go?
Well, I think that's one thing we're trying to learn right now. We're trying to learn how to develop that killer instinct. And when you got a team down like that that's injured, you don't want to give them anything. You want to make sure you put them away and give them no false hope whatsoever. Now they go back down 2-0, and who knows? Maybe those guys can't play again, or maybe they can. Who knows what they're going to do? But it's going to be a long way back for them now. They're going to win the next 4 or the next 5 games, and that's tough to do.
All right, Bobby, thanks for coming on. Nice game, and good luck down there.
Thank you.
Bob Carpenter, our guest. Tom, back to you.
All right, Dave Shea, thank you very much. The Boston Bruins 3 and the Washington Caps nothing. The final score in the second game of their Wales Conference Championship Series. Game 3 will be in Landover, Maryland on Monday night. I'll be back in a moment. If you look at the highlights of this one from Boston Garden when Bruins Instant Replay continues on NESN.
Want to go one-on-one with the Bruins Cam Neely? You can use your body or use your head. Answer trivia questions from Cam Neely and other sports stars. For 95 cents a minute, call 1-976-FANS. It's fun. You could win some prizes, or would you rather lose some teeth?
Hey, buddy, you all right? You ready to go again? Come on.
Call 1-976-FANS now and win Bruins playoff tickets.
It would be difficult for the Caps. It would be difficult for anybody to come from a 2-0 deficit at the start of a series. But in their last one against the Rangers, they were down 0-1, came back and won 4 in a row. The Bruins see a different goalie in Game 2, Don Beaupre, with the starting assignment for the Caps. Andy Moog again for the Bruins, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Fairly quiet first period. Went by scoreless, but only because each goaltender made a couple of stops that were what you call impressive. This one by Beaupre against Craig Janney after a veritable plethora of moves. Can you top this? Andy Moog faces Washington's Just Add Water instant sniper John Druce and shuts him down. It's 0-0 through 1. 3 minutes and 23 seconds into the second period, the Bruins put one up in lights. Bobby Carpenter fakes the slap shot, lets fly with the real one, beats Beaupre on one that Beaupre probably should have had. About here, the game opened up offensively. Matignon Steve Leach, a serious threat on Moog, who makes the save, preserves the 1-goal lead for the Bruins. Fan in the stand gives it his valued approval. The rest of the period was the Don Beaupre show.
McCrary blocked this one, and Neely comes back over the line. Neely, right ball. Beers, shot, save, Beaupre!
As the game opened up, it was the Bruins better able to take advantage of the new pace. They were coming up with some great chances, but because of Beaupre, that's all they were, just chances. That save on Craig Janney again. And here comes Dave Poulin, and Beaupre wins another battle to keep his club within one. Give the man the credit he is due. He was a heck of a show.
Back for it. 5 minutes left. Over the line, breaking Janney. Janney in, shot, save. Drop a shot, save.
Heroic effort by Beaupre, and still just a one-goal Boston lead after two. But they put it away with two early in the third.
By Trout. Neely. Janney. Janney walking in. Back to Neely. Score! Neely from Janney to make it 2-0 Boston. Puck is up into center ice for Langway. Broken up with a Janney. Top open. Neely. Shot. Save. Score! Janney on the rebound.
3-goal lead ought to be, was enough. Andy Moog came in with a 2.15 goals against average. That was dropping as he worked on what would be his second postseason shutout. Moog gets it. Bruins get the game to win. Final score is 3-0 Boston. The Bruins have been kind of cardiac kids in this series so far, with the Caps scoring late for both of their wins. They scored 3 in the third period in game 1, 2 more tonight, so 5 of the goals that they have scored, a total of 8, have been scored in the third period in this series. Back to the Garden, Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson.
Thank you, Tom. Bruins 2 up in games. Your comments?
Well, the Washington Capitals, everybody was billing them as big, tough on defense, and without Kevin Hatcher, that's a big minus for them. And Scott Stevens is playing well, and so is Langway, but after that, they're suspect. The Bruins have got in a much bigger building in Washington, will not be as easily contained, I don't believe, by the Washington defense, and they certainly got in there and had their chances tonight. So the Bruins keep skating, and then they're going to create an awful lot of problems for Washington, and that's what they've got to do, move the puck and skate with it.
I think to sum it up, their hope is Beaupre.
Their hope is goaltending, and Beaupre's going to have to do it again. I doubt if Liut will come back. Beaupre's had an awful lot of action tonight, though. He may not be in game shape. It might be Liut. Either one can do the job. The Bruins just got to keep on peppering the shots. They've got to go up top on both of them, charge the net, crash it for rebounds, and force things to happen. Not take the two-game lead casually. Go get the third one.
Final 3-0. Here's Tom.
All right, that is the final. The Bruins lead the series 2-0. I'll be back and we'll wrap it up on Bruins Instant Replay for this time in a moment on NESN.
Want to go one-on-one with the Bruins Cam Neely? You can use your body or use your head. Answer trivia questions from Cam Neely and other sports stars. For 95 cents a minute, call 1-976-FANS. It's fun. You could win some prizes, or would you rather lose some teeth?
Hey, buddy, you all right? You ready to go again? Come on.
Call 1-976-FANS now and win Bruins playoff tickets.
Hey, Bruin fans, now you too can dress like the pros. The Boston Bruins Sports Shop, located at Boston Garden, is your official NHL headquarters. Gifts range from official starters jackets and sweaters to caps, sweats, and T-shirts. For all you hoop fans, we also carry a complete line of NBA souvenirs featuring our own Boston Celtics. The Boston Bruins Pro Sports Shop is located on the Boston Garden concourse level and is open from 10 to 5 Monday through Saturday. We're also open before and after all Bruins and the Celtics games, so be sure to stop in soon. Bruins finish with a shots-on-goal advantage of 30-28 over the Washington Caps in that 3-0 win down at Boston Garden tonight. They now lead the series 2-0. In the third period, the Bruins came in with a 1-0 lead. At 2:56, Cam Neely scored his 9th of the playoffs. Then at 6:03, that's 3 minutes and 7 seconds later, it was Craig Janney with his 2nd of the playoffs that wrapped up scoring for the night. The Bruins win at 3-0. It was Andy Moog's 11th career shutout, his 2nd in the Stanley Cup Playoffs. And NESN's next Red Sox telecast will be coming up here on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights of next week. The next one will be on Monday. That will be a 10 o'clock start against the Seattle Mariners. We'll have the entire series Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on your New England Sports Network. Final score again tonight in Game 2 of the Wales Conference Title Series. The Boston Bruins win it 3-0 over the Washington Caps. This has been a presentation of NESN, your ticket to Boston Bruins hockey.